Just in time. I'm going to rename you Justin. Yep. Okay, we got a nice little set of steers here from the Turners, Turner Farms, Sim Angus. Looking at 400 pounds to 500 pounds. Here we go. Maybe $4 here. Maybe four here. Maybe $4 here. Maybe 385. 385. Maybe 385. 500. Maybe 350. 350 and 350, the lemon can be 352 and a half. 350 here, and the lemon can be 352 and a half. The lemon can be 352 and the lemon can be 352 and a half. Who do 352 and a half? 350, and the lemon can be 352 and a half. The lemon can be 355, 357 and a half. Going to be 330 here, 332 and a half. The lemon can be 335, 337 and a half. Now 370, 372 and a half. The lemon can be 375. Going to be 370 and a half. Going to be 380 here. The lemon can be 382 and a half. Going to be 385, 387 and a half. Going to be 390 here. Now 390 and the lemon can be 392 and a half. Going to be 395. Going to be 397 and a half. 397 and a half. 395. 397 and a half. Going to be $4. Now 4 here, and the money can be 402 and a half. The money can be 402 and a half. 4 here, and the money can be 402 and a half. Going to be 402 and a half. $4 here, and the money can be 402 and a half. The money can be 402 and a half. $4 here, and going to be 402 and a half. All in and all done. $4 right over here. 258. Put it on 258. Thank you. Holstein heifer. By the head here, going to be by the head, by the 100 here, 333, going to be $3, 300 here, and then going to be 300. Now 250, going to be 200, and then going to be 250. Where? Going to be 250, 250, now 275, 275, then 300 here, going to be 325, and 350 here, going to be 375, 375, 350, 375, 350 here, going to be 375, 375, going to be 400 here, who to be 425, now 450, 450, 425, going to be 450. Where? 425, going to be 450, 425, then going to be 450, 425, 35. 445, 455, 465, 475, going to be 485 here, who to be 495, 495, about 500, now 510, 510, 10, little money can be 510 here, little money can be 520 here, 530, little money 530, now 540, 550, 550 here, going to be 560 here, little money can be 570 here, 570, now 575, 5 going to be 575, 570, now 565, all in and all done, 560 right over here, 604, 604. Lightweight heifers here, Turner Farm heifers. These are 340, 365. $4 here, gonna be $4 here, gonna be $4 here, gonna be 4, 2 and a half, gonna be 4, 5, 4, 7 and a half, gonna be 4, 10, gonna be 415. Now 417 and a half, gonna be 420 here. 422 to hand, it'll be 425, going to be 427 a hand, going to be 450, or 427 and a half, 430, 432 and a hand, going to be 435, going to be 437 and it'll be 437 and a hand, going to be 440 here, and it'll be 442 and a hand, going to be 445, 445, 445, it'll be 445, 55, 442 and it'll be 445, 442 and a hand, it'll be 445, 442 and a hand, it'll be 445, 55, it'll be 445, 55, going to be 445, 442 and a half, 445. All in, all done. Sold them to you 442 and a half, 63, 442 and a half, 63. This one's a little heavier. 415. 420 here. It'll be 420 here. It'll be 410, 10, 10. It'll be $4 here. It'll be $4 a pound. $4 a pound here. It'll be 4, 4, 4, 4. It'll be $4 here. Now 402 and a half. It'll be 402 and a half here. $4 here. It'll be 402 and a half. $4 here. It'll be 402 and a half. It'll be 402 and a half. It'll be 405. 407 and a half, going to be 410 here, 412 and a half. Now 412 and a half, going to be 415 here, 417 and a half, going to be 420, going to be 422 and a half. 420 here, going to be 422 and a half, going to be 422 and a half, going to be 425, 425, 55, 422 and a half, going to be 425, 422 and a half, going to be 425, 422 and a half, going to be 425, all in, all done. 422 and a half, 63, 422 and a half, 60. Thank you. Alright, same deal. Turner heifers here. 455, 445, 435. Give me $4 here. Give me $4 here. Give me $4 here. Give me 385. 385 here. Give me 385. 500. 385 a pound here. Give me 385. 350 here. Give me 350 right there. Give me 352 to hand. 355. 355 here. Give me 357 a hand. Give me 360 here. Give me 352 to hand. Give me 335. 37 a hand. Now 70. Now 72 to hand. Give me 375. Give me 377 a hand, gonna be 380 here, gonna be 382 and a hand, gonna be 385, 387 and a half, 390 here, and I'm gonna be 392, 392 and a hand, gonna be 395, gonna be 397 and a half here, who'd be 444, gonna be 2 and a half, now 5, now 7 and a half here, and I'm 407 and a hand, gonna be 410 here, and I'm gonna be 410, 412 and a half here, who'd be 412 and a hand, gonna be 415, 412 and a hand, and I'm gonna be 415, 412 and a hand, and I'm gonna be 415 here, and I'm 412 and a hand, and I'm gonna be 415, 412 and a hand, and I'm gonna be 415, 12 and a half here, and I'm gonna be 415, and I'm gonna be 415, all in, all done. Sold it to you 412 and a half, 63. 412 and a half, 63. Thank you. Little bull guy here. He's probably beat himself to death. 350 pounder. Sim Angus bull. $4 here. Maybe $4 here. Don't weigh much there. Maybe 385, 500. Maybe 385, 385 here. Maybe 385, 500. Maybe 350 here. Maybe 350, maybe 350, 350, 350 here. Maybe 350, 50, 50, 325, 500. Maybe 325, 500. Maybe 325, 325, $3 here. Maybe 333, maybe 3333. Take him home, cut his nuts off, change his attitude here. Give me $3 here. Give me 333. Give me 333. 250 here. Give me 250 right there. Give me 252 to hand. Give me 252 and a half. 252 to hand. Give me 255. Now 257 and a half. 260 here. Give me 232 to hand. Give me 235. 237 and a half. 237 and a half. Give me 270. Give me 272 to hand. Give me 272 and a half. 272 and a half. Now 275. Give me 277 and a half here. Give me 277 and a half. 277 and a half. 277 and a half. Give me 280 here. Now 282 and a half, 285, then I'm gonna be 285, 287 and a half, gonna be 290 here, and then I'm gonna be 292 and a half, gonna be 295, gonna be 297 and a half, $3, 3, I'm gonna be 302 and then I'm gonna be 305, 307 and a half, gonna be 310 here, and it'll be 312 and a half, gonna be 315 here, 317 and a half, 317 and a half, down 320, I'm gonna be 320, 20, and 322 and a half, gonna be 325, 327 and a half, then I'm gonna be 327 and a half, 325, gonna be 327 and a half, then I'm gonna be 327 and a half, gonna be 330 here, and then I'm gonna be 330 and 332 and a half. 335, 337 and a half, 330, then I'm going to be 335, then I'm going to be 337 and a half, 335, then I'm going to be 337 and a half, 335, then I'm going to be 337 and a half, 335, then I'm going to be 337 and a half, 337 and a half, all in, all done. Sold them 335 your way, 603. Go get them banded, you betcha, get them banded. Send them to the bet. Spin this one around one more time. What do we got here? 976. 480 pounds. 385. Turner Farms here still. Give me 385. 500. 385. 385. 385. 350. 350 here. Let me 350. 50. 50. 50. Give me 350. 50. 50. 50. Give me 350. 50. 325. 500. Give me 325. 325. Now 327. 325. 327. Going to be 330. Here, 330, 332 and a hang, gonna be 335, 337 and a half, now 340 here, gonna be 342 and a hang, gonna be 345, 347 and a hang, gonna be 350 here, gonna get 352 and a hang, gonna be 355, 357 and a half, 360 here, gonna be 360, gonna be 360, 360, 362 and a hand, gonna be 332 and a hang, gonna be 335, gonna be 337 and a half, now 370 here, gonna be 372 and a hang, gonna be 375, gonna be 377 and a half, 375, 377 and a half, where 375, gonna be 370 and a hand, gonna be 375, gonna be 377 and a half, 375, gonna be 377 and a half, 377 and a half, all in, all done. Sold it to you 375, 606, 375, 606. Thank you, Todd. These are going to be 4 little heifers here. £452 average. These are Ken Paragu heifers here. Nice little black Angus heifers. Here we go. What do you want to do here? Going to be 385, 5 high. Going to be 385, 5 high. Going to be 385. Going to be 385. 350 here, going to be 352 to hand, going to be 350, going to be 352 to hand, 352 to half, going to be 352 and a half, 352 and a half, 350 here, going to be 352 to hand, going to be 352 to half, 352 to hand, going to be 355, now 357 to hand, going to be 350 here, going to be 352 to hand, going to be 355, 367 and a half, 370, 372 to hand, going to be 372 to hand, going to be 375, going to be 370. 380 here, who to be 382 to hang, gonna be 385, gonna be 385, gonna be 87 and a half, 387 and a half, 385, 387 and a half here, gonna be 387 and a half, 385, gonna be 387 and a half, 385, gonna be 387 and a half, gonna be 387 and a half, 385, gonna be 387 and a half, 385, 387 and a half, now 390 here, gonna be 392 to hang, gonna be 395, 5 high, gonna be 397 and a half here, gonna be $4 here, gonna be a bit of 4, 397 and a half, 4, 397 and a half, gonna be 4, 4, 4, 4, gonna be $4 here, 397 and a half, gonna be 4, 397 and a half, gonna be $4 here, gonna be 402 and a half, gonna be $4 here, gonna be 402 and a half, $4 here, gonna be 402 and a half, 402 and a half, all in, all done. $4.63, $4.63, thank you. Nice 2 nice black heifers here. Let's throw them on the scale when you get a chance, Lee. Make 6, 550. Yeah. 555-pound average on these two. Here we go. What do you know? Give me $3 here. Give me 250, 250 here. Give me 252 to hand. Give me 255, 257 hand. Give me 260 here. Give me 266 here. Give me 262 and a half, 265, 267 a hand. Going to be 270 here. Give me 272 to hand. Give me 275, 277 and a half. Jim, you going? 277 a hand. Going to be 280 here. Going to be 282 to hand. Going to be 282 to hand. Going to be 285. Going to be 287 and a half. 290, 292 to hand. 290 here. Going to be 292 to hand. Going to be 295. Going to be 297 and a half. Going to be 333. 333. Yes, sir. 333. Going to be 302 to hand. Going to be 305. 307 and a half. 305. 7 and a half. 305. Going to be 307 and a half here. 305. Going to be 307 and a half. 310 here, 307, 310, 10, 10, 307 half and 10, 307, going to be 310, 10, 10, going to be 10, 10, 10, going to be 312 and a half, 312 and a half, going to be 315, going to be 317, and then going to be 320 here, going to be 320, 317, and then going to be 20, 317, and then going to be 320, where going to be 20, 20, 20, 317, and then going to be 20, now 20, all in, all done, all in, all done, 317 and a half, going on 606, thank you. Looks like this kind of the same ball game here. 2 bulls this time. 2 bulls. Looks like about the same weight though. Here we go. 2 good bulls here. Don't get any blacker than that. 250 here. 250. 250. 250. 252 to hand. 252 to half. 252 to half. Good cutter bulls here. 252 to hand. 252 to hand. 255. 5. I'm going to be 257 and a half. 257 and a half. 260 here. I'm going to be 232 to hand. Going to be 235. 5. 235. 267 and a half. 270 here. I'm going to be 272. 275 and a half, 297 and a half, now 280, 282 to hang, I'm going to be 285, 5, I'm going to be 285, 282 to hang, going to be 285, I'm going to be 282 to hang, going to be 285, where? 282 and a half here, and I'm going to be 285, then I'm going to be 285, 282 to hang, going to be 285, 282, and I'm going to be 285, 5, all in, all done. Sold them to you 282 and a half, 131, 282 and a half, 131. Thank you. A nice heifer here. One more time around. $250 here. 250. Brockle face there in the middle of the 250, 50, 50, 250, 250, mind the pound here, gonna be 250, 50, 50, 225, 225, gonna be 227, hang, gonna be 230, now 232 to hand, gonna be 235, 237, hang, gonna be 240, 242 to hang, gonna be 245, 247 to hand, 247, hang, gonna be 250, now 282 to half, 250 to hang, gonna be 255, gonna be 257 to hand, now 260 here, gonna be 232 to hang, gonna be 235, gonna be 237 to half, 235, gonna be 237 to half, 267 to half, 267 hang, gonna be 270 here, 270, 277 hang, gonna be 270, 267 a hand, gonna be 270 here, gonna be 272 to hand, gonna be 272 and a half, you say not 275, now 275, 5 hang, gonna be 277 a hand, gonna be 280 here, gonna be 280, 280, 280, 277, 280, 277 and gonna be 280, where gonna be 280 here, and 277 a hand, gonna be 280, 280, 270 and a half, gonna be 280, 277 and a half, 280, where gonna be 280, 80, 80, all in, all done, sold at 272 and a half, 277 and a half on to 131. Look at this sweet little red heifer. 005 from Prairie Meadows, Red Angus Cross heifer. You betcha. These are the ones that were on Facebook. Here we go. 385. 385. 55. I think the Simmental cross here. 385. 385. Let's see what we got here. Three here, gonna be three, $3 here, 3, 250 here, gonna be 250 right there, gonna be 252 to hand, gonna be 252 to hand, 250 here, gonna be 252 to half, now 255, gonna be 257 to hand, gonna be 260 here, 262 to hand, gonna be 235, 267 to hand, 70, now 272 to hand, gonna be 275, 275, 277 to hand, 277 to hand, gonna be 280 here, gonna be 282 to hand, gonna be 285, 285, gonna be 287 to hand, gonna be 290 here, and 290, 90, 90, gonna be 292 to half here, and 295, now 297 to half here, and gonna be 333, and gonna be 302 to hand, and gonna be 305, 55, now 307 to half, 310, then gonna be 312 and a half, gonna be 315 here, 312 and a half, gonna be 315, gonna be 315, 317 and a half, gonna be 320, 320 here, and gonna be 322 to hand, and gonna be 325, 55, gonna be 325, 322 and a half, gonna be 325, 327 and a half, 327 and a half, and gonna be 330 here, and gonna be 332 and a half, gonna be 335, 55, gonna be 337 and a half, 337 and a half, gonna be 340, 340 here, and gonna be 342 to hand, and gonna be 345, 55, 345, Matt, what do you think? 345, 55, 342, and gonna be 345, 342 and a half, gonna be 345, gonna be 345, 342 and a half, gonna be 345, 55, all in, all done. Sold at 342 and a half, 63, 342 and a half, 63. Steer here, black steer. It's from the same place, Prairie Meadows. Number 909. 745 pounds. $2 here, gonna be $2 here, who's feeding steers here, gonna be $2 here, $2 here, gonna be 175, 5 high, gonna be 177 and a half, 175, gonna be 177 and a half, 177 and a half, 177 and a half, gonna be 177 and a half, 75, gonna be 177 and a half, 177 and a half, there Bob, 177 and a half, 175, gonna be 177 and a half, gonna be 180 up here, and 182 and a half, gonna be 185, 55, 185, gonna be 185, 187 and a half, gonna be 190, 192 and a half, gonna be 192 to half, gonna be 197 and a half, gonna be $2 here, and then I'm gonna be 222, now 202 and a half, now 205, then I'm gonna be 207 and a half here, and gonna be 207 and a half, 210, 10, gonna be 212 and a half, 212 and a half, 212 and a half down low here, and gonna be 215, then I'm gonna be 217 and a half, and then I'm gonna be 217 and a half, gonna be 220, now 220, 222 and a half, then I'm gonna be 222 and a half, then I'm gonna be 222 and a half, I got 220 here, and gonna be 222 and a half, 220 here, and then I'm gonna be 222 and a half, then I'm 220 here, and gonna be 222 and a half, 222 and a half, gonna be 225, now 227 and a half, 227, then I'm gonna be 230 230 here, and I'm going to be 232 to hand, I'm going to be 232 to hang, going to be 235, I'm going to be 237 and a half, 237 and a half, 237 and a half, going to be 240 here, and I'm going to be 240, 40, 40, 242 to half, going to be 242 and a half, 242 and a half. She's bidding 242 and a half, 240 here, and I'm going to be 242 to hand, 240 here, and I'm going to be 242 to hand, and I'm going to be 242 and a half, 240, 242 to hand, and I'm going to be 242 and a half, 242 and a half, all in, all done. I'm over here, Blake, all in, all done. Sold it to you at 242 and a half. Going Ben Mercebergen's way, 67, 67. Thank you. What do we got here? Smoky heifer. There you go, Matt. 006 weighs 970 or 575. It'll be $3 here. It'll be 333. It'll be 275. It'll be 275. 275. Now 277 and a half. 275. It'll be 277 and a half. 277 and a half. 275. It'll be 277 and a half. 277 and a half. Gonna be 280. Now 282 and a half. 282 and a half. Gonna be 285. It'll be 287 and a half. Gonna be 290 here. It'll be 292 to hang. Gonna be $3 here. It'll be 333. Now 302 and a half. 305. It'll be 305. 307 and a half here. It'll be 307 and a half. Gonna be 310. 10. It'll be 10. 312 and a half. 312 and a half, that'll make it be 312 and a half. 310, that'll make it be 312 and a half. That'll make it be 312 and a half. That'll make it be 312 and a half. 312 and a half. 310 here, that'll make it be 312 and a half. That'll make it be 312 and a half. 310, 312 and a half. 310, that'll make it be 312 and a half. All in, all done. 310 going Matt's way. 328, 228. Thank you, 228. Be looking forward to seeing that on the Telegraph Road over there. Because my mouse is probably somewhere weird. Yeah. Did it go away? Angus Simmental Cross Bull. 005, you said? Number 7, 555, 555. Nice little bull there. Here we go. 350 here. 350 there. That'll make it be 352 to hand. 352 and a half. 350 here. That'll make it be 352 to hand. That'll make it be 352 to half. Half hand. That'll make it be 350 here. That'll make it be 352 and a half. Good potential here. That'll make it be 352 to half. Half hand. 352 to hang. It'll be 355. 357 and a half. Down 360 here. 352 to hang. It'll be 335. 337 and a hang. It'll be 370 here. It'll be 372 and a half. Down 375. That'll make it be 377 and a half. 375. That'll make it be 377 and a half. 375 here, and then I'm going to be 377 and a half. 375, I'm going to be 377 and a half. 375, then I'm going to be 377 and a half. Half, who'd be 377 and a half. 375, I'm going to be 377 and a half. All in, all done. 375, 258. 375, 258. Thank you. Nice fat little steer there, 008, 560 pounds. Here's a dandy right here. Don't miss out on him. It'll be $3 here. It'll be 560 pounds. It'll be $3 here. He's saying it $3 here. It'll be 302 to hang. It'll be 302 to hang. It'll be 305, 305. It'll be 307 and a half. 307 and a half. Now 310. It'll be 312 and a half. It'll be 315 and 317 and a hang. It'll be 320, 322 to hang. It'll be 325, 327 and a half. 330, 332 to hang. 335, 337 and a half. 340 here. 42 and a half. Going to be 45, 47 and a half. Now 350, now 47 and a hang, it'll be 350, 50, 352 and a hand, it'll be 355, hang, it'll be 357 and a hand, 357 and a hang, it'll be 360 here. Now 360 here, it'll be 362 and a hang, it'll be 365, 367 and a hang, it'll be 370 here, and 370. Now 372 and a hang, it'll be 375, it'll be 375, it'll be 377 and a half, 377 and a half, 375, it'll be 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 377 and a half, all in, all done, 377 and a half, there he is. Now 375, it'll be 377 and a half, 380 here, and then I'm going to be 380, 380, hang, going to be 380, 370, and a hang, going to be 380. All in, all done. 377 and a half. Ben Mercebergen's way, 67, buyer 67, thank you. Open heifer, open Angus heifer here. Good little heifer there. Give her another chance to get bred here. Hey, 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 and by the pound here. Give me $2. $2 here. Give me two. Gonna be 150 here. Gonna be 150. Now 152 and a half. Gonna be 52 and a half. 150 here. Gonna be 152 and a half. 152 and a half. 150 here. Gonna be 152 and a half. Gonna be 152 and a half. Gonna be 155, 55, 157 and a half. 60 here. Now 152 and a half. 135, 55, 177 and a half. Gonna be 170 here. Gonna be 172 and a half. 70. Now 175, gonna be 177 and a half, gonna be 180 here, gonna be 182 and a half, gonna be 185, gonna be 187 and a half, 190, 192 and a half, gonna be 195, gonna be 195, 192 and a half, gonna be 195, 197 and a half, 197 and a half, 195 here, gonna be 197 and a half, 195, gonna be 197 and a half, half, 197, gonna be 195, gonna be 197 and a half, gonna be 197 and a half, all in, all done. Sold it to you 195, 131, 131. Nice steer here. Turner Farms. $575. Here we go. $3 here. Give you three. Maybe $3 here. Maybe three. 250. 250. 250. Maybe 252 to hang. Maybe 255. 252 and a hang. Maybe 250 here. 252 to hang. Maybe 235. 270 and a half. 270 here. 272 and a half. Now 275. 277 to hang. Maybe 277 and a half. You gotta be 280 here. You gotta be 282 to hang. You gotta be 282 to hang. You gotta be 280 here. You gotta be 282 and a half. Now 285. You gotta be 287 and a half here. You gotta be 290 here. 292 to hang. Maybe 292 to hang. Gonna be 295, 55, 297 and a half here. Gonna be 3. Now 302 and a half. Now 305. Gonna be 5. 307 and a half. Gonna be 310 here. Gonna be 312 and a half. 315. 317 and a half. Gonna be 320. Now 322 and a half. 325. 327 and a half. Gonna be 330 here. 332 and a half. Gonna be 335. 337 and a half. 340. 342 and a half. Gonna be 345. Gonna be 45, 55, 342 and then 11 here to be 345, 342 and a hang to be 345, 342 and then 11 to be 345, 342 to hang to be 345, all in, all done, all in, all done, 342 and a half, put it on 258, 258, thank you. Is that fan on all the way there? It's burning in here. Here we go, Egbert, John Egbert calf here, white face calf, nice little steer. That's a dandy there. Here we go. $3 here. Make it 3. Make it 250, 50, 50, 250, 50, 50. Now 252 and a half. 252 and a half. Make it 250 here. Make it 252 and a half. Make it 250, make it 252 and a half. Make it 252 and a half. 252 and a half. 252 and a half. 250 here. Make it 252 and a half. Make it 255, 55, 257 and a half. Make it 260 here. 262 and a half. 35, 55, 265, 267 and a half. 270 here. Going to be 272 and a half. Going to be 275, 55, 277 and a half. Now 280, 280 here, and then going to be 282 to hang, going to be 282 to hang, going to be 285, going to be 287 to hang, going to be 290 here, going to be 290, now 292 and a half, 295, 297 and a half, 297 and a half, 333, and then going to be 302 and a half, 305, 55, going to be 5 and 7 and a half, 307 and a half, 305, going to be 307 and a half here, and then going to be 310, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, going to be 310, 312 and a half, 315, and then going to be 317 and a half, going to be 320 here, going to be 322 and a half, going to be 325, 325, 327 and then going to be 330 here, and then going to be 330, going to be 332 and a half, going to be 335, 337 hang, going to be 340, 340, 342 to hang, going to be 345, 55, 347 hang, going to be 350 here, going to be 350, 350, 347 hang, going to be 350, 350 here, going to be 352 to hang, going to be 355, 55, 355, 55, going to be 355, 52 and a half, 55, 55, going to be 355, 352 to hang, going to be 355, 352 to hang, going to be 355, and then going to be 355, 5, who do 355, all in, all done, 352 and a half, 63, 352 and a half, 63, thank you. Take one more look at this one here. Lot number 90. Here we go. $2 here. Gonna be 150 here. Gonna be 150. 150 here, gonna be 50, 50, 50, gonna be 150, 150, 150 here, gonna be 150, 150, and 152 and a half, 150, gonna be 152 and a half, gonna be 152 and a half, gonna be 152 and a half. Let's get a weight on it, Lee, when you get a chance here, gonna be 152 and a half, 150 here, gonna be 152 and a half, 52 and a half, 152 and a half, gonna be 152 and a half, 150 here, 152 and a half, and 155, 155 here, gonna be 157 and a half, gonna be 130 here, 132 and a half, gonna be 135, 5, gonna be 135, 137 and a half, 170, 172 and gonna be 135, 5, 135, 137 and a half, gonna be 180 here, gonna be 180, 177 and a half, gonna be 180 here, gonna be 180, 177 and a half, gonna be 180, 177 and a half, gonna be 180, 177 and a half, gonna be 180 here, gonna be 180, 177 and a half, 180, 177 and a half, gonna be 180, all in, all done. Sold it to you 177 and a half, 203 buy. 20, you say? 20? 22, 203 on 22. No tag, came from the same place, Denise. Get glued. It's a little steer there. Here we go. $2 here. Two. 150, 150. 150 here. 152 and a half. 152 and a half. 152 and a half. 50 here. 152 and a half. 152 and a half. 152 and a half. 155. 157 and a half. 157 and a half. 130 here. 132 and a half. 155. 137 and a half. 170. 132 and a half. 175. 175. 137 and a half. 137 and a half. Gonna be 180 here, who to be 182 and a half, 182 and a half, 185, 5, gonna be 187 and a half, gonna be 190 here, who to be 190, 192 and a half, gonna be 192 and a half, 195, 197 and a half, then I'm gonna be $2 here, then I'm gonna be 2 and a 2, then I'm gonna be 2 and a half, gonna be 2, 5, 2 to 5 and 7 and a half, now 7 and a half here, then I'm gonna be 7 and a half, you wanna do that, 2, 7 and a half, 2, 5, gonna be 2, 7, then I'm gonna be 2, 5 here, gonna be 2, 7 and a half, 2, 5, then I'm gonna be 2, 7 and a half, gonna be 2, 10, 10, 10, then I'm gonna be 2, 10, 2, 12 and a half, 2, 15, 2, 15, then I'm gonna be 2, 17 and a half, gonna be 2, 20 here, who to be 2, 22 and a half, 225, gonna be 227 and a half, 230, now 32 and a half, 230, then I'm gonna be 32, then I'm gonna be 30, gonna be 232 and a half, and 230, I'm gonna be 232 and a half, now 232 and a half, all in, all done, 230 right over here, buyer number 603, 603, nice little red one here, nice little red steer, 250 here, 2 bucks, $2 in the two half, 205, 7 and a half here, gonna be 10, 10, 10, who'd be 12 and a half, gonna be 215, 217 and a half, 217 and then gonna be 217 and a half, 220 here, and then gonna be 222 and a half, 225, gonna be 227 and a half, 227 and a half, 230, 232 and a half, then gonna be 235, 5, gonna be 237 and a half, 237 and a half, gonna be 240 here, gonna be 242 and a half, 242 and a half, now 245, 247 and a half, 250 here, gonna be 2, and then gonna be 250, 50, and 252 and a half, gonna be 255, 5, gonna be 257 and a half. 260 here, now 262, and then I'm gonna be 232, and then I'm gonna be 232, and I'm gonna be 235, gonna be 237 and a half, 232, and I'm gonna be 270 here, 272 and a half, now 275, gonna be 277 and a half, gonna be 280 here, 280, gonna be 282 and a half, gonna be 285, gonna be 287 and a half, 290, 292, and then I'm gonna be 295, gonna be 297 and a half, gonna be 332 and a half, 35, 37 and a half, 310, 312 and a half. 315, then I'm gonna be 317 and a half. I'm gonna be 320 here, and 322 and gonna be 225, 5, 327 and a half. 330, 332 and gonna be 335, 337 and a half. 340 here, 342 and a half. 345, 347 and a half. 350 here, 352 and gonna be 355, 357 and a half. 355, then I'm gonna be 357 and a half. 355, gonna be 357 and a half. 355, 5, now 357 and a half. 357 and a half, gonna be 360. Now 362 and a half, 365, gonna be 367 and a half, 367 and a half, gonna be 370 here, 367 and a half, gonna be 370, all in, all done. Sold it to you 367 and a half, put it on 767, 67, thank you. Little steer here. $2. Gonna be two. Beef cross here. Gonna be $2 here. Gonna be $2. $2 a pound. 150 here, gonna be 50, 50, 50, gonna be 155, 50, gonna be 155, 50 here, gonna be 155, 155, 155, where, gonna be 155, 55, 155, gonna be 160 here, gonna be 175, gonna be 170 here, gonna be 175, 180 here, gonna be 185, gonna be 190 here, gonna be 195, 55, 195, gonna be 195, $2, $2.05 here, gonna be 205, gonna be 210, 10, 215, gonna be 215, 205, gonna be 210, gonna be 215, 210, 212 and a half, 215, gonna be 217 and a half, gonna be 220, 222 and a half, gonna be 225, 227 and a half, gonna be 230, 232 and a half, 235, 237 and a half, gonna be 240, 242 and a half, gonna be 245, gonna be 247 and a half, 50 here, and 52 and a half, 255, 257 and a half, 250, gonna be 257 and a half, 255 here, gonna be 257 and a half, 255 here, gonna be 257 and a half, gonna be 257 and a half, all in 287 and a half, 260, 262 and a half, gonna be 275, 277 and a half, gonna be 270 here, 272 and a half, gonna be 275, 77 and a half, now 277 and a half, gonna be 280 here, and then gonna be 282 and a half, gonna be 282 and a half, gonna be 285, 55, 285 and a half, 287 and a half, 287 and a half, 287 and a half, gonna be 290 here, and then gonna be 292 and a half, and then gonna be 292 and a half, 290 here, gonna be 292 and a half, 290 here, and then gonna be 292 and a half, all in, all done. Gonna be 290, 290, 203 on 22, X, 203 on 22X. $3 here, lightweight heifer, gonna be $3 here, $3 here, gonna be 250, 50, 50, gonna be 250, 50, 250, 250, 50, right there, and then gonna be 255, 255, 255, 255, gonna be 260, now 265, gonna be 270 here, gonna be 275, gonna be 280 here, gonna be 285, gonna be 290 here, gonna be 295, 55, 290 here, how about 292 and a half here, gonna be 292 and a half, gonna be 295, 55, 297 and a half, 297 and a half, 297, gonna be 297 and a half, 295, gonna be 297 and a half, 295, gonna be 297 and a half, 297 and a half, all in, all done, 295, 131, 295, 131, thank you. Good little red one here. And he's a steer, nice little red steer. $3 here, gonna be 333, gonna be 302 and a half, now 302 and a half, gonna be 305, gonna be 307 and a half, gonna be 310, 10, 10, gonna be 310, 10, 10, 312 and a half, 312 and a half, gonna be 315 here, gonna be 317 and a half, gonna be 320, gonna be 222 and a half here, gonna be 25, 327 and a half, 330 here, gonna be 332 and a half, gonna be 335, 337 and a half, gonna be 340 here, gonna be 342 and a half, now 345, 347 and a half, gonna be 350 here, gonna be 352 and a half, 352 and a half, gonna be 352 and a half, 355, 357 and a half, 360 here, and then I'm gonna be 332 and a half, gonna be 335, 55, 335, 338 and a half, and gonna be 370, now 372 and a half, 370 here, and then I'm gonna be 372 and a half, 370 here, and then I'm gonna be 372 and a half, 372 and a half, all in, all done. Sold them 370 your way, put it on 258, 258. Hey, nice little steer here. Gonna be 250, 250, 50, gonna be 250, 50, 50, gonna be 250, 50, 50, gonna be 250, 250, 50, gonna be 250, nice tame one. Nice tame one there. Gonna be 250, 50, 50, 50, gonna be 250, 50, 50, 50, gonna be 225, 225, 500, thank you, now 230, 220, gonna be 230 here, 225, gonna be 30, 30, 30, 225, gonna be 230, 225, gonna be 230, 225, 230, and 235, gonna be 235, 55, gonna be 235, gonna be 240 here, gonna be 245, 250, 255, then gonna be 260 here, gonna be 265, 55, 270 here, gonna be 275, gonna be 280, 285, 285, gonna be 290, 285, gonna be 287 and a half, gonna be 287 and a half, 285, 287 and a half, 285, gonna be 287 and a half, 285, then gonna be 287 and a half, all in, all done. Sold it to you at 285, 131, 285, 131, thank you. What do we got here? There's definitely a mark there. Here we go. Gonna be 175 here. Gonna be 175, 500. Gonna be 150, 50. Gonna be 50. 125, 125. Gonna be 125. Gonna be 125. Gonna be $1. $1 on her here, and then 2.5, 5, gonna be 107.5, 110, 12.5, gonna be 15, 17.5, 20, 22 to hang, gonna be 25, 127 hang, gonna be 30, 132 to hang, gonna be 135, 137 hang, gonna be 140 here, 142 to half, 45, 47.5, 50, even 52.5, 150, 52.5, 150, and then gonna be 152 to half, 50 here, gonna be 152 to half, 150, and then gonna be 1.5, all in, all done, 150, your way, 203 on 22, 203 on 21, pin him the same with the 22s though. He's got some nuts hanging there. Bowl. A little bowl. Send him to the vet. Here we go. Don't weigh a whole lot there. Gonna be $3 here. Gonna be three. Gonna be $3. $3. $3 here. Gonna be 350. How about 285? Gonna be 285. Gonna be 285. 5. 250 here. Gonna be 250. Gonna be 250 right there. Now 252 to hang. Gonna be 255. 57 to hang. Now city here. Gonna be 252 to hang. Gonna be 255. 5. 267 to hang. Gonna be 272 to hang. Gonna be 272 to half. Gonna be 275. 277 to half. 280. 282 to hang. Gonna be 280. Gonna be 282 to hang. Gonna be 282 to hang. Gonna be 285. 5. 287 to half. Now 290. Now 290. 290 here. Gonna be 292 to hang. Gonna be 295. 5. Gonna be 297 to half. 333. Gonna be 302 and a half. 302 and a half. $3. Gonna be 302 and a half. Gonna be 302 and a half. $3 here. Gonna be 302 and a half. All in, all done. Sold them 131. $250 here. 250. 225. 225. 225. 225. 2 bucks here. Maybe 205. $2 now. $5 here. Maybe 5. 205. 5. Here. Maybe 205. $2 here. Maybe 205. 210. 215. 220. Maybe 225. Gonna be 230. 235. Gonna be 240. 240. 245. 5. Gonna be 250. 255. 260. 260. Gonna be 265. Gonna be 270 here. Gonna be 270. 275. 5. Gonna be 275. 280. 280. And then gonna be 275, 277 and a half there, and then gonna be 277 and a half, 275, gonna be 277 and a half, 275, 277 and a half, 277, gonna be 277 and a half, gonna be 277 and a half, all in, all done, 275 right there, 203 by 22, 21, 203 by 21, penner with the 22s. $3 here. Gonna be 333. Gonna be 285. Gonna be 285. Gonna be 285. 285. 285. Gonna be 285. Gonna be 250. Gonna be 250. 50. 50. 50. Gonna be 250. 50. Gonna be 250. Gonna be 250. 250. 240. 240. Gonna be 240 there. Gonna be 242 to half. 240 here. Gonna be 242 to half. Gonna be 242 and a half. 240 here. Gonna be 242 and a half. Now 242 and a half. 240 here. Gonna be 242 and a half. You want to go over here? Gonna be 242 and a half. 240 here. Gonna be 242 and a half. 240 and gonna be 242 and a half. All in, all done. Sold it 240. You're not bidding over here, are you? 240. Your way 131. Yeah, should be close. Yeah, my eyes are cooked. I like this little heifer. $3. Gonna be three. Gonna be $3 here. $3 here. Three. I'd be taking this one home myself here. 250 here. 250. 50. Never mind. No, I'm just playing. 250 here. Gonna be 250 here. Gonna be 250. 50. Gonna be 250. 250. 250 here. Gonna be 250. 50. $2. $2 here, and then I'm gonna be 2. Now 2, 2 and a half, then I'm gonna be 2, 5, 7 and a half here, and gonna be 2, 10, 10, 10, 2, 12 and a half, gonna be 215, 215, 215, 217 and a half, gonna be 220 here, and then I'm gonna be 220, 220, and a 222 and a half, 220 here, gonna be 222 and a half, gonna be 225, 227 and a half, 230, 232 and a half, gonna be 235, 5, gonna be 237 and a half, gonna be 240 here, and gonna be 242 and a half, gonna be 245, 5, 247 and a half, 250, 252 and a half, gonna be 255, gonna be 255, 5, gonna be 257 and a half, 257 and a half, 250 and a half, 260 here, and then I'm gonna be 262 and a half, gonna be 235, 5, 235, gonna be 237 and a half, 270, now 72 and a half, now 272 and a half, gonna be 275, and then I'm gonna be 275, gonna be 277 and a half, gonna be 280 here, gonna be 282 and a half, 282 and a half, 282 and a half, 280 here, gonna be 282 and a half. I'm gonna be 285, 5, I'm gonna be 285, gonna be 287, I'm gonna be 290, 290, 287, I'm gonna be 290 here, and 287, I'm gonna be 290 here, and 287, I'm gonna be 290, 287, I'm gonna be 290, 287 and a half, 290, all done. Sold it to you at 287 and a half, 203 on 22, 21, 203 on 21. Yep, Penner with the 22s. 2 month spread to a white faced bull. Let's catch your weight, please. I don't know. 1,300 pounds. Bring her back, please. Beautiful cow. By the head here, gonna be $3,000 here. Gonna be three, gonna be $3,000. $3,000 in. Gonna be 2,800. Gonna be 28 here. Gonna be 25, 5, 5. 25, 5, 5. Gonna be 2,500. 2,500 by the pound here. Gonna be 140 here. 140, 40, 40. You bidding there? 140 here. Gonna be 140 here. Gonna be 140, 40, 40. 140. At 141, gonna be 142, 143. Gonna be 144, 44. Gonna be 143. Now 144. 143. Gonna be 144. 143. Gonna be 144. Gonna be 145, 5, 5. Gonna be 146 here. Gonna be 147. At 147. Gonna be 148. Gonna be 149, 9, 9. Gonna be 150, 50. Then 151. Gonna be 151. At 152. Gonna be 153. 154. Gonna be 155, 5, 5. Gonna be 156 here. Gonna be 156 here. 155. Gonna be 156 here. 157. You say it? 156 here. Gonna be 157. Gonna be 158, 8, 8. Gonna be 159, 9, 9. 159. Gonna be 160. 161. At 132. Gonna be 132, 2, 2. 131. Gonna be 132. 131. Gonna be 132. 131. Gonna be 162. 131 and 132. Gonna be 133. Gonna be 134, 4, 4. Gonna be 135, 5, 5. 165. 136 here. 137 here, gonna be 138, and gonna be 139, 139, gonna be 170, 170, 170 here, gonna be 171, gonna be 171, 172, 2, 2, 171, gonna be 172, 171, gonna be 172, 171 now, 2, 2, 2, gonna be 172, gonna be 171, gonna be 172, 2, 2, all in, all done. 171, 63, 171, put it on 63, thank you. Yeah, have a good one, guys. Thanks for coming in. 141. Looking for a career change. Could you have him bring like a basket of waters up here? Angus Bull here. Arlen Visser Bull here. Let's get a weight on him, Lee. Yes. It's empty. He's a fun one. now, I guess. Junior, is this your water? Thank you. Bring him back, 870. Maybe chain the scale when he comes back. Yeah, he might surprise you. $1.50 here. 150 here. 125. 125. 125 here, and it'll be 125, then it'll be 127 ahead, and 125, then it'll be 127 and a half. 125 here, and it'll be 127 ahead, then it'll be 125, gonna be 127 ahead, 125, gonna be 127 and a half, 127 and a half, 127 ahead, 130 in, gonna be 132 and a half, gonna be 135, gonna be 137 and a half, 140 here, gonna be 142 and a half, 45, 47 and a half, 150, 52 and a half, 155, 57 and a half, 57 and a half, 155 here, gonna be 157 and a half, 155 then gonna be 157 and a half, gonna be 160 here, 157 and a half, gonna be 160 here, and then I'm gonna be 150, 157 and a half, 160, 157 and a half, 160 here, and then I'm gonna be 157 and a half, gonna be 160. You're out, deal. 157 and a half, gonna be 160. All in, all done. Sold at 157 and a half. Put it on 203. Buy. 17. Put it on 11. 203. 11. Thank you. Here's one for you. Here we go. Good Holstein heifer. $1.65. Gonna be 136 here. Gonna be 135. Gonna be 136 here. Gonna be 135. Gonna be 136. 135. Gonna be 136. 166 on the heifer here. Gonna be 136 here. 135. Gonna be 136 here. 137. 77. Gonna be 137. 138. At 169. Gonna be 170 here. 171. Gonna be 172. 173. 33. Gonna be 134. 133. 134. 170. Gonna be 174. All in, all done. 173. Going on 7 by 5. 173. 75. Here we go. Be 125, 127 ahead, 125, gonna be 127 ahead, 125, gonna be 127 and a half. 27 ahead, gonna be 130 here, gonna be 132 and a half, 135, gonna be 135, 137 and a half, 140, 140, gonna be 141. Gonna be 142, 22, 143, gonna be 144, 145, 146 here, 147, 147 here, gonna be 147 here, gonna be 147, 7, 148, gonna be 149, 9, 150 here, 151, 152, 22, gonna be 151, gonna be 152, 22, sold her 151, 203, 2, 203 on 2. $1.45 here, 140, gonna be 140, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40. 135, 135, 130 here, gonna be 130, 30, 30, 125, 5, 5, gonna be 125, 5, 5, 120, 122 and a half, 25 here, gonna be 127 and a half, gonna be 130, 132 and a half, gonna be 135, 5, gonna be 137 and a half, 140, 142 and a half, gonna be 145, 5, 147 and a half here, gonna be 145, gonna be 146, 147, gonna be 147, 46, 47. 40 here, 49, 99, gonna be 149, 9, 50, 50, 50, 50. Now 150, 152, 22, 151, gonna be 152, sold her 151. 7 on 3, 151, 7 on 3, 51, 7 on 3. $1.25 here. Lean cow, 125, 125, 125, 125, 127 and a half. 127, 127, gonna be 127, gonna be 130 here, 132 and a half, gonna be 135, 137 and a half, gonna be 130, 40, 40, 40, 142 and a half, 142 and a half, 141, 142, 43, 44, gonna be 144, 4, so 143, 203 buy. 3x. Yep, 3x. $1.50. 151, gonna be 151. Gonna be sold to you 150, 73, 73. $1.45, gonna be 147 ahead, gonna be 140, gonna be 146 here, 145, gonna be 146 here, 145, gonna be 146, and 146 here, 145, gonna be 146 here. 148, 88, going to be 148, 149. 149 going to be 150. Now 150 here, 149 going to be 150. Sold at 149, 7 on 3, 149, 7 3. Buck 60 here, going to be 161, 161, going to be 131, 131, sold at 160, 7 straight. Good cow, you betcha. Trying to. Buck 40 here. Let me give you one. Let me give you 142 and a half, Let me give you 2 and a half, 40 here, 141, now 2, now 3, now 43, 44, 45, 46 here, let me give you 147 here, give you 147, 7, 7, 7, 7, solar 146, 7, 3, 146, 7, 3. 45 here, 145. 40, 40, 140, 142 and a half. And one little going to be 142 and a half, little going to be 141, 42, 43, going to be 44, 43, 44, 43, 44. Solder 143, 203 by 3, 203 by 3. She'll work. 65 cents here. 50, 50, 50, 50, 35, 35, 37 and a half. 35, 37 and a half. All in, all done. Solder 303 by 4. No. $1 here. Got be one. 85 cents on 85. 85 here. 85, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 50, 35, now 70, 65, 60 and a half. 75, going to be 77 and a half, 75, 77 and a half, going to be 70 here, 72 and a half, 72 and a half, 72 and a half, going to be 75, 77 and a half, 77 and a half, going to be 82, 82 and a half, going to be 85, 87 and a half, 90, 90, 90, 90, 87 and a half, going to be 90, 90, 90, sold her 87 and a half, 203 buy, 4X. 20 cents here, gonna be 22 to hand, 20 here, gonna be 22 to hand, gonna be 22 to hand, gonna be 20 here, gonna be 22 and a half, 21, 22 and a half, gonna be 25, gonna be 27 and a half here, 27 and a half, gonna be 30, now 32 and a half, 30 here, gonna be 32 and a half, 31, 11, 32, 33, gonna be 34, 35, 35, 36 here, they're sold it to you at 35, put it on 203 on 4, 203 on 4. A little better here. Gonna be 50 cents on. Gonna be 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 40. Now 40, 35, 5, 5, 35. Gonna be 35. Gonna be 37. Gonna be 40 here. Gonna be 42 and a half. Now 45, 47. 45. Gonna be 47 and a half. 46, 47 here. 46, 47, 47 here. Gonna be 40. Gonna be 49. Now 50. Now 51. Gonna be 51, 1, 50, 51. Sold her 50, 203 by 4, 203 on 4. Buck 20 here. 10, 10, 10, gonna be 10, 10, 10, gonna be 110, 110, 110, 110, 110, 110, 10, $1. $1 here, gonna be $1 here, gonna be 105, 1 here, gonna be 105, 5, 5, here to 105, 105, 5, 5, $1 now 102 to hand, gonna be 105, gonna be 105, 5, 5. Buck 30 now 131, gonna be 131, 1. Gonna be 131, 1, 1, 1, all in, all done. Sold her 130 on 7.3, 137.3, thank you. Buck 25 here. 125, 5, 5. Gonna be 125, 120 here. Gonna be 120, 120, 110, One ten ten ten. Maybe 10 10 10. 85 85 85 85 50 50 50 50 50 50 50 50 50 50 45 45 35. Maybe 35. Gonna be 20 20 20 20. Now 22 ahead. Gonna be 22 ahead. Solder 20 203 straight. Better put her in the water trough, pen. Buck 40 here. 140, 40, 40. It'll make it be 142 and a half. 40. 140, it'll make it be 142 and a half. It'll make it be 142 and a half. 141, it'll make it be 142, 43, 44. Here, gonna be 144, 44. 143, gonna be 144, and 145, 5, 5. It'll make it be 145, 44. It'll make it be 145, 5, 5. And 146 here, and 146 here, and it'll make it be 147. It'll make it be 146, and we sold it to you 146, 73, 146, 73. Buck 40 here. 140 here. 141, 142, 2, 2, 143, 143, 45, 5, 5, gonna be 145, 146 here, and 147, 147, gonna be 148, 8, 8, 148, 147, gonna be 148, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, sold at 147, 203 on 3, 203 on 3. Buck 50 here. Get a little cow here. 150, 50, 50. 145, 5, 5. Gonna be 145. And 140. 145. And 146 here. 145. 146 here. 145. Gonna be 146. 147. 148. 149, 99. Who did 150, 50, 50? It'll make it be 150, 50, 50. 140. Sold it to you 149, 73. 149, 73. 35. 35 on. What do you think here? Gonna be 35 cents on. Gonna be 20, 20, 20, now 22, 20, now 22 and a half. Now 25. Gonna be 27 and a half. Gonna be 30 here. Gonna be 30, now 32 and a half. 32 and a half. Gonna be 35, 37 and a half. 37 and a half. You bought our 35. Put it on 203 by 4. 203 by 4. 35 cents. Yep. You can put a 1 in front of it and, look, and get reactions if you want. They wouldn't. 150, 150, 150, 50, 50, 48 here, and it'll be 149, 99, then 150, 50, 50, it'll be 150, 149, 51, 52, 52, 22, 51 and a half, it'll be 152, 52 to hand, it'll be 152 and a half, it'll be 152 and a half, 153, 33, 153, 153 and a half, it'll be 154, gonna be sold it to you, 153 and a half, 7 straight, 153 and a half, 7 straight. Whoo, 135 here, 137 and a half. Gonna be 137 and 140, 140 here, gonna be 142 and a half, 145, 145, 143, gonna be 144, 145, 5, gonna be 144, gonna be 145, 5, 144, gonna be 146 here now, 147, 7, 7, gonna be 147, 6 and 7, 146 here, gonna be 147, 148, 149, 9, 9, gonna be 149, 149, gonna be 150, 50, 50, 50, 50, sold her 149, 73, 149, 73. Look at that ear, look at that. 150 here. Gonna be 151, 1, 1. Gonna be 151, 50 here. Gonna be 151. Gonna be 151, 1, 1. Now 1, 50 now 1. All sold it to you. 157 straight. 157 straight. A little bit of lead in that ear tape or what? Yeah, you betcha. 65 cents here. Gonna be 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, gonna be 52 and a half. 50 here. Gonna be 52 and a half. 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 52 and a half. Sold her 50 cents. 203 on 4x. 4x. Buck 50 here. 150 here. 140. 149, 99, 40, and then I'm going to be 149 here, going to be 150, 50, 50, and then I'm going to go 50, and 151, now 52, now 152, 51 and a half, 52, 52 and a half, and then I'm going to be 152 and a half, 153, 33, 153 and a half, 154 and a half here, and then I'm going to be 154. 54 and a half, and going to be 154 and a half, 54, going to be 154 and a half, 55, 5, 5, or 154 and a half, 7 straight, 154 and a half, 7 straight. Mm. 120, 120, 120, 120, 20. Here's your milk cow, Blake. Yeah. 116, not 160. He's about to run away. Throw your bitter card at Al and run off. Gonna be 120, then gonna be 122 and a half, and 20, gonna be 122 and a half, gonna be 125, 127 and a half, gonna be 130, 132, then gonna be 135, 137 and a half, gonna be 140 here, and then gonna be 137 and a half, gonna be 138 there, 137, and then I'm sold her to you, 137 and a half, put it on 203 by 4x, 3x. Hey, 140 here. 138, older still. $138 here, and then gonna be $139, and then gonna be $139, $139, gonna be $139. All in, all done. $139 gonna be $40, then $141, then gonna be $141, $142, $22, $142, $141, $42, $222. All in, all done. Sold her $141, put it on 203 buy. 3x, 4x, 203 on 4x. Big long hose, probably out in one of them pens. Now that red one, who's got extra water troughs? Oh. Gonna be 141, 141, 140, gonna be 141 up to 142, all in, all done. Sold her 141 there, 203 buy. 3x, 203 on 3x. Oh, I wonder what that is. Probably. Oh, we had that big one right off the bat. 140 here. 141, 141, 142, 143 here, going to be 143 and 144. 145, 146 here, going to be 147, going to be 148, 149 here, going to be 150 and 151, 52, 53, 52, going to be 153, going to be 154, 53 and a half, 54, 4, 4, going to be 154, 4, 4, 4, sold her to you 153 and a half, 7 straight. Stick your head back there when you get a chance. 140, 40, 40, 40, 41, 141, 142, 22, 142, 142, 142, sold her to you 141, put it on 203 buy, 3, 203 on 3. Big fat jersey here, Jersey Cross. Buck 30 here. 30, gonna be 125, 5, 120, 120, 20, 20, 20, 110, where's $1. $1 and 1 2 and a half, $1 gonna be 1. Then it's gonna be 102 and a half, $1 here, $102 and a half, gonna be 105. Now 7.5, 10. Now 10, 10, 10. It'll gonna be 12 and a half, 115. It'll gonna be 115, 15, 15, 117 and a half. Now 120, 120 here. It'll gonna be 120, no 122 and a half, gonna be 125, 5, 5. It'll gonna be 125, 5, 5. It'll gonna be 123, no 124, 123. It'll gonna be 124. You bought her 123. Put it on 203 on 3. If it ain't one thing, it's another, huh? Yeah. No, he's coming, I'm sure. He's got to be. It's Mrs. Sale on Monday, so. 35. 35. 35. 20 cents here, and then it'll be 25. 20, not 25. Then it'll be 30 here, and then it'll be 30, 30, 30, now 35. Now 35, going to be 40. Now 40 here, and then it'll be 37 and a half. 35, going to be 37 and a half, and 36 here, going to be 37. 36, going to be 37. You bought her 36 cents. Put it on 2034, 2034. Gonna be $1 here. Gonna be 85 cents. Gonna be 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 75, 55, 65. Gonna be 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 35, 35, now 37 and a half. Gonna be 40 here. Gonna be 42 and a half. Gonna be 45. 47 and a half here, and then 47 and a half, gonna be 50, 50, 50, 50, and 52 and a half, gonna be 52 and a half, gonna be 55, 5, 5, gonna be 57 and a half, 57 and a half, 57 and a half, 60 here, gonna be 52 and a half, 52 and a half, gonna be 35, 37 and a half, 37 and a half, 37 and a half, gonna be 70 here, who be 72 and a half, 72 and a half, now 71, gonna be 72, 73, gonna be 74, 75, 5, gonna be 76 here, 77, who be 78, 79, 99, gonna be 80, now 81, 82, 83, gonna be 84, gonna be 86, 87, 88, 89, 90 here, 89 to 90, all in all done. 89 cents your way, 203 by 4x, or just 4? 4x, and please pen the pens like. Here we go. 145 here. 45, 5, 5, 145, 5, 140, 140, 138, 138, 88, 120, 20, 20, 120, 20, 20, 20, 120, 120, 110, 110, 10, 10, 85 cents on it, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 87 and a half, 65, 87 and a half, 85, 87 and a half, 85, 87 and a half, 85, 87 and a half, 65, 87 and a half. 66, 67. Now city here, gonna be 78, 78, 79 here, gonna be 70 here, gonna be 71, 72, 73, who do be 74, gonna be 75, 76 here, 77, 78, 79, 80 here, 81, 80 here, 81, 80 here, 81. Sold her 80 your way, 203 on 4x. Blake, did you go to Wazoo? You got some good stories coming out of there back in the day? Campfire stories, they call those. Here we go. Gonna be $1 here. Gonna be 1, 85, 5, 5, 5, 5, 85 here. Gonna be 87 and a half, 87 and a half, 85. Gonna be 87 and a half, and 85. Gonna be 87 here. Gonna be 92 and a half. Gonna be 92 and a half. Gonna be 95, 97. 97 and a half and a 1. Now on a 2 and a half, it'll be 105, gonna be 107 and a half, gonna be 10 here, gonna be 12 and a half, gonna be 15 here, gonna be 15, 15, 15, 15, 117 and a half, 117 and a half, 16, 17, gonna be 18, 119 here, gonna be 19, and 120 here, gonna be 20, and 120, gonna be 122, 22, gonna be 123, 120, now 5, now 6, now 127, 8 here, gonna be 129, gonna be 129, sold her 128 your way, 203 by 3x. Heifer. Is that a heifer? No, a little bag on her. Oh, what do you want to do here? Gonna be 145. 145. Don't wait a lot here. Be 140, 40. Gonna be 140. Good one here. 135, 5, 135, 5, 132, 2, 2, 132, 125, 125, 5, gonna be 120 here. Oh boy. 65, 50 here, 50, 50, 50, 52 and a half, 52 and a half, get a bucket of water. Now 55, 57 and a half, now 57 and a half, 55, 57 and a half, gonna be 50 here, 52 and a half, 52 and a half, gonna be 55, 57 and a half, 57 and a half. 77 and a half, gonna be 70 here, gonna be 72 and a half. Now 71, 72, 73 here, gonna be 74, 75, 76 here, 77, gonna be 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, gonna be 84, 85, 6 here, 85, gonna be 86 here, 85, gonna be 86, older, 85. 203 on 4, 203 on 5, 203 on 5. Buck 25, gonna be 126 here, gonna be 126 here, 125, gonna be 126 here, 125, 6. 127, 120, gonna be 129 here, gonna be 129, gonna be 130, 30, 131, 1, gonna be 132, 2, 2, 133, gonna be 134, gonna be 135, 136, 135, 136, 135, gonna be 136 here, all in, all done, solder 135, 7 on 3. Yeah, what were you gonna use it for? Oh yeah. There should be a short black hose here. Might be in the bullpen maybe. Yeah, there should be one on that faucet too. And should have a spray. Yeah. 140. It shouldn't be. Oh. 140 here. Gonna be 140 here. Gonna be 140, 40, 40. 140. 135. 135, 5, 137 and a half, 135, gonna be 137 and a half, 135, 36 here, gonna be 137, 138, 130, gonna be 139, gonna be 140 here, gonna be 141, 1, gonna be 141, 140 here, gonna be 141, 40 and a half, 41, gonna be 141 and a half, 141 and a half, gonna be 142, 142 and a half, gonna be 143, gonna be 143 and a half, gonna be 144, 4, silver 143 and a half, 7-3, 7-3. Gonna be 135 here. Gonna be 135. 135. 5. 130. 30. 131. Now gonna be 131. Gonna be 131. 130 here. 131. Gonna be 132. 133 here. Gonna be 133. 330. Now gonna be 134. 133. 134. Sold 133. 203. Buy. Put it on 3. Put it on 3. Buck 20 here. Gonna be 122 to hand. 122 to hand. Gonna be 125. 5. Gonna be 123. 3. 3. Gonna be all in, all done. You bought her 122 and a half. Put it on 203. Buy. 3. Called in the fire department. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I do remember that. That we had quite a bucket brigade going on out here, putting Andy's fire out. Remember his field cut on fire? Yeah, burnt the heck out of it. I'm ready for another hamburger. I can tell you that. I'm starving. I'm hungry. I ate light today just for that reason, but I got a bowl full of goat meat back there, so. You ever tried goat tacos? They're delicious. Yeah. Oh, we put it in a crock pot. You ever had goat? Ain't nothing wrong with it. Yeah. No, they're still in the freezer yet. I haven't talked her into cooking them yet. They're right there ready to go. No, he's got a different deal going on. Yeah, he gave me some brats. What's in the brats? Okay, okay. Perfect. Yeah, oh yeah. Here we go. Gonna be 120 here. Gonna be 122 to hand. Gonna be 122 to hand. 120 here. Gonna be 122 to hand. Gonna be 125. 127 to hand. Gonna be 127 to hand. Hold on, guys. Hold on. 126 here. Gonna be 126 here. 125. Gonna be 126 here. 125. Gonna be 126 here. Gonna be 127. 128 here. Gonna be 128. Gonna be 129. 129 30. Now 30 here. Gonna be 130. 129. Gonna be 130. 30. 131. 32, 2, 2, 130, sold it to 131, put it on 7-3. Buck 25 here. Gonna be 127 a hand, 125, 29, gonna be 130 here, 132 and a hand, gonna be 132 and a hand, 132 and a half, and 135, gonna be 137 a hand, 7 and a half, 36 here, and then gonna be 136 here, 135, gonna be 136, now 7, now 137, total 136 your way, put it on 203 by 3x, 3x. Buck 35, gonna be 136 here, 135, 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 36, 37, and 130, and then gonna be 138, and then 999, gonna be 140 here, and then gonna be 140, 40, 40, gonna be 141, gonna be 142, 22, and 142, and then gonna be 43, 144, and then gonna be 144, 43, gonna be 144, and then 145, 5, 5, sold her 144, 203 by 3. Buck 10 here, gonna be 110, 110, gonna be $1 here, gonna be $1 here, gonna be 102 and a half, $1, gonna be 2 and a half, gonna be 2 and a half, 105, 7 and a half here, 107 and a half, 110, 10, 10, who'd be 12 and a half here, gonna be at 112 and a half, gonna be 115, gonna be 117 and a half, 120 here, gonna be 121, 1, 1, who'd be doing 122, 2, 2, at 123, gonna be 124, gonna be 125, 5, 5, 126 here, 127, gonna be 128, 129. 29, 128, and gonna be 129. Sold her 128, 73, 128, 73. A good little one. Buck 30 here. Now 130 here. Gonna be 130, 30, 30, 125, 5, 5. Gonna be 120, 20, 20. 10, 10, 10. Who to be 10, 10, 10. Gonna be $1. Gonna be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 85 cents here. Gonna be 85, 35, 5. 50, 50, 50 here. 52 and a half. 57 and a half, city here, city here, city here, city here, 62 and a half, now 65, now 67 and a half, gonna be 70 here, 72 and a half, gonna be 75, 5, 5, gonna be 75, 75, 77 and a half, now 77 and a half, gonna be 80, now 80 here, gonna be 77 and a half, gonna be 80 here, gonna be 80, 78 here, gonna be 79, 79, 79, 78, 79, 78, 79, all in, all done, sold her, 78, 2, 3 on 3. Oh, buck 40 here, 138, 139, 138, 39, 99, 139, gonna be 140 here, 141, gonna be 41, 143, 33, gonna be 143, and 42, 43, gonna be 144, gonna be 144, 43, 44, sold her 143 your way, 203 on 3, 203 on 3. 145, 142, 2. More time around, please. Yep. Got Woody Jaw. Here we go. Gotta be 120 on it. Gotta be 122 to have. Gotta be 122 to have. Gotta be 122 to have. Gotta be 125. At 125, gotta be 127 to have. Gotta be 127 to have. Gotta be 130 here. Gotta be 30 to 132 and a half. At 132 to have. Gotta be 135. Gotta be 137 to have. 135. 137 to have. 135. Gotta be 137 to have. 135. Gotta be 137 and a half. All in, all done. Shoulder 135. 7 by 3. 7 by 3. Oh yeah. I better not say that. Here we go. Buck 40 here. Gonna be 142 to hand. 40. Gonna be more. Gonna be 142 to hand. 40. Gonna be 142 to hand. 40 here. Gonna be a bit good cow there. 142 to hand. Gonna be 141. Gonna be 141. 142. 141. 141. Gonna be 41. All done. You kidding? 141. Gonna be 142. 22. 141. Gonna be 142. 22. Shoulder 141. 203 by 3. Buck 30, 130, 130, 131, 131, 132, 133, and 134, 134 here, 134, shoulder to 133, 203 by 3. How about 132 here? 130 here. 130, 30, 30, 130, 130, 130. Yeah, she does. 130 here. 125. 126 here. 125. 126 here. 125. Gonna be 126 here. One more time around, guys. 126 here. 126 here. Gonna be 128 here. Gonna be 128. Gonna be 129. 130. And 130. 130. 130. Gonna be 132. 22. Gonna be 133. 33. Shoulder to 132. 203 by 3. Holy smokes. She's super excited to be here. Don't let her sneak up on you. JV. Here we go. Gonna be 50 cents. 50, 50, 50. Gonna be 35. 37 hang. Gonna be 40. 42 to hang. Gonna be 45. 55. 47 hang. Gonna be 50 here. Gonna be 50, 50. And a half. Now 55. 55 here. Gonna be 57 and a half. 55. Gonna be 57 and a half. Gonna be 60 here. Gonna be 32 and a half. 32 and a half. Gonna be 35, 55. Now 67 and a half. 65. Gonna be 37 and a half. 67 and a half. Shoulder to you 65. 2 or 3 on 3x. Here's a fleshy one. Buck 30. 130. Here. Gonna be 130. Gonna be 130. 30. 30. Gonna be 130. 130. 130 here. Gonna be 130. 130. 130. 130. 130. 30, 30, who to be 30, then I'm going to be 130, 131, and then I'm going to be 131, 1, 1, then I'm going to be 131, 132, 2, 2, then I'm going to be 132, 131, going to be 132, 2, 2, keep moving, the Myers say move here, 131, then I'm going to be 132, 131, then I'm going to be 132, 2, 2, 131, going to be 132, and 1, did you say 32 here, and 133, then I'm going to be 134, I'm going to be 135, 5, 5, going to be 135, 5, 136 here, 137, 137, then I'm going to be shoulder to you, 136, 7, 3. Here we go. Big cow. Gonna be 150, 150, 50, 50. Gonna be 150, 150, 148. Gonna be 148. Gonna be 148. Gonna be 148. 145. 5. 145. 2, 142, 2, 2, gonna be 2, 2, 2, 140 here, gonna be 138, 8, gonna be 138, 135, 135, gonna be 130. 130, 30, here's the limit, gonna be 130, 130, 130, 130, 125, 5, 5, 5, 127 and a half, 125, gonna be 127 and a half. Hand gonna be 130, the limit gonna be 132 to hand, the limit gonna be 135, 5, 5, gonna be 137 and a hand, gonna be 140, 140, 138, 139, the limit gonna be 139, 99, 138, the limit 139, 999, sold her 138, 203 on 3. Buck 35, 130, the limit gonna be 136 here, 137, 77, here, 138 here, gonna be 138, gonna be 139, gonna be 140, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, and 140. Down to and 143, little gonna be 144, little gonna be 144, 143, gonna be 144, 44, who did 144, sold her 143. Put it on 73, 143, 73. Little pink eye there. A lot of meat on her though. Here we go. 65 cents here. 65 gonna be 67 and a half. 67 gonna be 67 and a half. 67 and a half gonna be 70. Now 72 and a half. Gonna be 72 and a half. Gonna be 75. 77 and a half. 77 and a half. Gonna be 80 here. 82 and a half. Gonna be 82 and a half, 82 and a half, 82 and 81, gonna be 82, 83, 83, gonna be 84, gonna be 85, 5, 5, gonna be 86 here, 87, gonna be 88, 89, gonna be 90 here, 91, 92, 93, gonna be 94, 5, 6 here, 97, gonna be 98, 99, gonna be $1 and 101, gonna be 2, 2, gonna be 103, 104, 105, 6 here, gonna be 107, 108, 109, 110, 109, gonna be 110, 10, 10, shoulder 109, 203, buy, put it on 1, put it on 1. Here it is a good one. Buck 40, 140, 140, 135, 135, 32, 33 here, it'll be 133, gonna be 133, now 134, now 34, 133, it'll be 134, you bought her 133, sold, 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 put it on 2, 232. How about a little gonna be 120, 120, 120, 110, 10, 10, gonna be 10, $1. $1 now 102 to hand. Gonna be 102 and a half dollar here. 102 and a half. Gonna be 105, 7 and a half here. Gonna be 107 and a half. 107 and a half. 10. Hold her still. Hold her still. There she is. 110, 10, 10. 7 and a half. Gonna be 110. Half here, gonna be 112 and a half, now 15, 117 and a half, 117 and then gonna be 120 here, 122 to half, 125, 127 and a half, 125 gonna be 127 and a half. 126 here, gonna be 127, 28, 29, 130, then gonna be 131, 131, 130 here, 131, 11, sold her 132, 3 buy, 3x. Buck 45 here. 142, 2, 2, 142, 2, 2, 142, 140, 138, 8, 8, gonna be 138, 8, 8, gonna be 138, 139 here, gonna be 139, 138, 139, 140 here, 141, gonna be 141, 142, 2, 2, gonna be 142, 143. 144, 145, and they're going to be 146 here, and they're going to be 145, going to be 146 here, 145 and a half, 146 here, going to be 146 and a half, 147 and a half, 48, 148, 8, 8, sold her 147 and a half, put it on 7 straight. Buck 30 here, going to be 130. 30, 30, going to be 130, 130, 125, 125, 5, 5, 125, 5, 5, buck 20, buck 20, buck 20 here, and then gonna be 110, 10, 10, then gonna be 110, $1 here, and then gonna be 1, 1, 1, then gonna be $1 here, and gonna be 85 cents on her. 87 and a half, 85, 87 and a half, gonna be 90 here, and then gonna be 92 and a half, gonna be 95, 97 and a half, $1 here, now 2 and a half, now 5, and 5, 5, 5, 5, 7 and a half, 10. On 12 and a half here, going to be 15, 15, 15, 15, 117 and a half, going to be 120, 20, 20, who do we 20, 18, 19, 120, 18, 19, 18, 19, 18, now 19, sold her 118, 203 buy, 3, 203 on 3. 20 cents. Gonna be 22 and a half, 25, 27 and a half, gonna be 27 and a half, 27 and a half, 25, 27, 25, 27 and a half. Now 30, Now 32 and a half, gonna be 32 and a half, 35, 5, 5, 37 and a half. Here, gonna be 37 and a half, gonna be 40, 40, 40, now 42 and a half. Now 42 and a half, 41, 42, gonna be 43, 33, gonna be 44, 45, 5, 5, 46 here, 47, gonna be 48, 49, gonna be 50. 49, 50, 50, 50, 50, solar 49, 203 on 4, 203 on 4. Buck 40 here. Okay, 140, 40, 40, 40. It'll gonna be 138, it'll gonna be 138, 88, 135, 135, 135, 5, 5, 5, 32, 2, 2, 2, 2, gonna be 132, and it'll gonna be 130, 130, 130, it'll gonna be 130 here, 130, and it'll gonna be 125, it'll be 126 here, 125, gonna be 120, 20, 20, 120, 120, 120. It's gonna be 120, 20, it's gonna be 120, it's gonna be 110, 10, 10, it'll be 110 here, gonna be 112, 110, 12, 110, it'll be 112 here, it'll be 114, it'll be 116 here, it'll be 116, it'll be 116 here, it'll be 118, 120, 120, it'll be 122, and it'll be 122, 2, 2, 2, 121, it'll be 121, 1, 1, 1, 1, solar 120 your way, 203 on 3. Here we go. It'll be 140 here. 135, 135, 135, 120, 120, it'll be 122, 120 here, it'll be 120, 120, 120, 120, 120, 120, 20, 20 here, it'll be 120, 10. Now 10, $1 here, it'll be $1 here, it'll be 1, 1, 1, 1. I ain't got nothing. $1. Put her back. Bring her back. Yeah, I'll make it. Thank you. Oh, it's gonna be candy. It's gonna be candy. Dip a chip in it. See what it's all about. $1 here, got me 2.5, 2.5, gonna be 5 here, 107.5, gonna be 107.5, 110, 10, 10, 12.5. Now 12.5, 15, 17.5, 17.5, gonna be 17.5, 15, gonna be 17.5, 17.5, gonna be 120, 122.5, gonna be 122.5, 122.5, 21, 22, 23. Now 124, gonna be 125, 26 here, 27, gonna be 128, 129, gonna be 130 here, 131, gonna be 132, 133, 134, 5, 6 here, gonna be 136 here, 135, solar 135, 203 buy. Is that gonna be a 4x? 3x. Here you go, yeah, you're buying the hide on this one, buying the hide. 85 cents here. 5. Are you tanning hides, Junior? You tanning hides at your house? 50 cents. 50, 50, 50, 50. Yeah, right. 50 cents here. 50, 50, 50, 35, 35, 35 right there, and 37 and a half. 35, gonna be 37 and a half. Gonna be 37 and a half. 35, gonna be 37 and a half. 37 and a half. 37 and a half. Now 40 here. Gonna be 40, now 42 and a half. 45, 47 and a half, now 50 here, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 52 and a half, 55, 55, 5, 5, then it'll make it be 55, 57 and a half, 57 and a half, 55, 57 and a half, gonna be 60 here, it'll make it be 57 and a half, 60, city 1, what, 60, 62, 61, city 2, and it'll make it be city 2, city 2, city 1, city 2, city 3, now 63, 62, sold at 62, put it on 203 buy, 3x. Good one, buck 30 here. It'll be 130, 131. 130, it'll make it be 131, 131, 1, 32. It'll be 33, 32, 33, 34. Now 34, it'll gonna be 134, 133, 134, 4, 4, 134. Sold her 133, 203 by 3. What did we start out with? Good God. Yeah. 130, 130, and it'll be 130 here. 130, 30, 130, 130, 130, 130. 125, 127 and a half, 125 gonna be 127 and a half, 27 and a half, 125 gonna be 126 here, gonna be 27, gonna be 128 here, 28, 129, 129 gonna be 130, 130, 130, gonna be 130, 131, 32, 133 here, gonna be 134, 4, 4, sold her 133, 7, 3, 7, 3. Buck 50 here, 150, 150, 145, 145, 5, 45, 145, 140. 40 here, gonna be 140, 135, gonna be 135, 5, 137 and a half, 135, gonna be 137 and a half, gonna be 137 and a half, 136 here, gonna be 137, 138, 138, gonna be 139, 140, 140 here, gonna be 140, 40, 40, gonna be 140, 40, sold 139 on 7th Street. Buck 40 here, good black one there, 135, 5, 5. 135, 135, 135, 135, 136 here, 135, 136 here, 137, 77, 138 over here, 138, gonna be 139, 999, 140, 140, 140, 140, 142, 22, 141, gonna be 43, 33, 144, gonna be 144, 4, 4, 144, 4, 4, 43, 44, sold her 143, 7 straight, 7 straight. Oh yeah, we gotta get a weight on that one. We might as well sell this one while we're at it. Here you go. Yeah, right. Start where I left off. Buck 35. 136 here, 135, 136 here, 135, 136 here, 135, 136. Sold at 130. Way on the 3, 7-3. 135, 7-3. 135, 7 straight then. Did you get a weight on that one yet? Because they're little terrible, terrible little creatures. Really? Yeah. Can't win. No way. On the hose? Don't poop on stuff. In the lawn's one thing, but don't be shitting on things. 135, 7 straight. Can you call ice cream bars in for everybody? I don't think we have any. Anybody need an ice cream cone in here today? You want an ice cream cone, bud? 2. Your buddy want one? 3. Travis. 4. 4. 4. John. Ice cream cone? 4 ice cream cones for the buyers. 4 for the buyers, yeah. You need anything, Alan? Water or anything? Oh boy. We need to get a fan. We need a new fan, I think. That thing ain't doing shit. Is it on all the way? Yeah, I'll wear shorts. Yeah, right? Ooh, I don't. Colin's yelling. That's scary. Chain the scale over there. Chain the scale, Gate. I think so. I don't know. She's hot. Kick some sawdust at her there, Lee. There you go. It's like dealing with a rodeo bull. Got to get him to chase you. We already did. That's that one that we needed the weight on again. Yeah. She's yours. Yeah, don't buy her again. Right? We'll sell her to you $135 again. It'll be 130 here. It'll be 130, 30. Different one. 130. It'll be 130 here. It'll be 130. It'll be 131. Now 130. It'll be 131. 222. It'll be 132. It's gonna be 133. And 133. It'll be 134. And 135. 136 here. It's gonna be 137. It'll be 137 and 138. 139. It'll be 139. 99. Sold her 138. Your way. 7 straight. $1 here. One. Be 85, 85, 85, 85. 65, 65, 50, 50, 50, 50, 52 and a half, 52 and a half, gonna be 55, 57 and a half, now 57 and a half, now 60 here, gonna be 52 and a half, gonna be 52 and a half, gonna be 35, 35, 35. Let's see what she weighs. 52 and a half, gonna be 35. 65, 32 and a half, gonna be sold to you 62 and a half, put it on 2 or 3 on 4x. 4x, 4x, yep. Vandehoof, bunch of Vandehoofs coming through. The Freeze brand. Vandehoof Dairy. I don't know where they've been hiding all these at. Here we go. It'll be 130 here. 131. 131. 132. It's gonna be 133. It's gonna be 134. It's gonna be 135. 135, 135, gonna be 136 here, 137, 137, 36, 137, 137, so I'll take you bought her 16, put it on 7 straight. Here we go. 50, 150, 150, 50, 50, 50, 45, 145, 145, 140, 140, 142 and a half, 141, 142, gonna be 143, gonna be 144, and 45, gonna be 145, 5, 5, 5, 146 here, gonna be 146 here, 145, gonna be 146, 140, gonna be 146 here, gonna be 146 here, all in, all done, sold her 145, 203 on 2, 203 on 2. Hey, 150 here, 150, 50, 50, 45, 45, 145, 42, 2, 140, 140, 140, 138, 138, 135, 135, 136 here. 136 here, 136 here, 137, 77, gonna be 138 over here, 138, 138 and 88 and 139 here, gonna be 140 here, 140, 40, 141, 142, gonna be 143, 44, 44, 44, 44, sold her 143, 7 on 3. Buck 20, buck 20, buck 20 here. 120, 120, 120, gonna be 122 and a half. And 120, gonna be 120, gonna be 122 and a half. 122 and a half. 120, gonna be 122 and a half. 5, 5, 127 and a half, gonna be 127 and a half, 125, gonna be 127 and a half, 126, 127, gonna be 127, gonna be 128, 88, gonna be 129 here, 128 sold her, 128, 203 on 3, 203 on 3. John's having one. Skip Allen there, Skip Allen, and then everybody else along the way. There you go. 140. Buck 40 here, 142 and a half, 142 and a half, 42 and a half, 140, 142 and a half, gonna be 145, 47 and a half, gonna be 147 and a half, 146 here, gonna be 147, 77, gonna be 140, gonna be 148, 80, 149 here, 150, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, sold her to you, 147 straight. Thank you, Sharon. It's a long sale. Trying to keep the morale up around here. Blake's going to have to share his. Yeah, it's good for him. It's milk. But, really? And it was at the... It's a cheeseburger, now an ice cream. Oh, perfect. Yeah, you get a picture. You probably can't see him from there, can you? Here. Give her another bite, Blake. Give her another bite. There you go. All right, let's get this cow sold here. 85. 85, 5, 5, 85, 87 and a half, 85, 87 and a half, 85, 87. 87 and a half, 87 and a half, 87 and a half, 85, gonna be 87 and a half, 86 here, gonna be 87, who to be 88, 89, 90 here, gonna be 89 and 90. Now 90 here, 91, 92, 333, gonna be 95, 6 here, gonna be 97, gonna be 98, 99. $1. Now 101, gonna be 102, 103, gonna be 104, 5, 6 here, gonna be 107, 108 here, gonna be 109, 110, 11, 12, 13, gonna be 114, 115, 16, 17, gonna be 117, 116, gonna be 117, 116, gonna be 117. You bought her 116, 2, 4x, 2 or 3 on 4x. One 35, 5, 135, 132, maybe 134, 4, 132, 134, 132, maybe 134, 4, 4, gonna be 134, 134, gonna be 136 here, and then 134, gonna be 136. Sold it to you 134, put it on 2 or 3 buy. 5 on 5. Hey, here, 50, 50, 50, 50, and then maybe 151, 59, 50 here, maybe 151, 111, good cow there, all in, all done. Sold her one away, 73, 73. Could be 135. 135, 137 and a half here, 137 and a half. Gonna be 137 and a half, 134, 40, 40, 40, 40, 140, 138, 39, 139, gonna be 140 here, 141, 142, 22, gonna be 143, 144, 145, 5, 5, 5, 146 here, 147, gonna be 146 here, 37, sold her 146, 7 on straight. Buck 45 here. 145. 145, 42, 2, 2. And 140, gonna be 42, 40, 40, and 142 and a half. 42 and a half, half, 41, 141. Now 2, 2, 2, 33, 43, and then gonna get 143, 3, 3, 43, 142. 7 straight. Buck 40 here. 140 there. Now 141. 141. 140 here. 141. Now 141 gonna be 142. 2, 2, 2, 2. Sold her to you 141. 2 buy. 2 or 3 buy. 2, 2 or 3 on 2. How you doing, Larry? Oh. Here we go. 130 here. 30, 30, 30, 120, 120, 120. $1 here. Be one, 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 one. Be $1 here. Be one, one, one. Now you started something. 780 pounds. Really nice little 780 pounder. $1. Gotta be one, gotta be 85 cents on her. 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85. Now 87 and a half. 85, 87 and a half. 87 and a half. Gonna be 70 here. 72 and a half. 72 and a half. Gonna be 75, 55, 77 and a half. 77 and a half. Gonna be 80. 80 here. 82 and a half. Gonna be 85, 85, 85, 85, 85. 97 and a half. Here. Gonna be 90. Gonna be 90, 90, 90, 92 and a half. 92 and a half. Now 95, 5, 5, 5. Gonna be 95, 92 and a half. Gonna be 95, 92 and a half. 95 all in, all 95, 97 and a half. Now 1. Now 1, 1. It'll be 1, 102 and a half. It'll be 105. It'll be 105, 5, 5, 102 and a half. 105. Sold it to you 102 and a half right here. Put it on 34. Now you're started. Now you got started. It'll be 135, 5, 5. It'll be 137, hand, 35. It'll be 137, hand. It'll be 137 and a half. 135. It'll be 137, 6 here. It'll be 137, 138. It'll be 139. Here, it'll be 140, 40, 40, 141. And 41. 41. It'll be 141, 1, 1, 1, 1. 40. Put it on 203 on 2, 203 on 2. Big old bag on her. Buck 25. 125. 120 here. 20, 20, 20, 20. 110, 10, 10. $1 on $1 there. Two and a half. One two and a half. One two and a half. It'll be 102 and a half. And 102 and a half. Gonna be 105, 5, 5, 5. Sold her to you 102 and a half. Put it on 203 buy. 4x. 203 on 4x. Here we go, buck 35. Must be a young one. 135. Gonna be 136 here. 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 135. Gonna hold it to one. Put it on 7-3. 7-3. She walk on her own, Blake? Getting close. 3 steps. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, look at here. Buck 40. 140. She's not got no bag on her. Looks like ever to me. 140, 40, 40. Gonna be 140, 40, 142 and a half. Gonna be 142 and a half, half, 42 and a half. Junior, 42 and a half. Gonna be 145, 5, 5. Gonna be 145, 42 and a half. Gonna be 145, 42 and a half, 45. Gonna be 147 and a half. Gonna be 147 and a half, 45, 47 and a half. Gonna be 150, 152 and a half. 151, gonna be 152, 2, 2. Gonna be 153, 154, 4, 4. Gonna be 155, 5, 5, 155, 154, then I'm gonna be 155, 155, gonna be 155, 5, 5, 5, gonna be 155, 156 here, then I'm gonna be 156 here, 155, gonna be 156, 155, 156, all in, all done. Sold at 155, put it on 34, 55, 34. Junior with the steal down there. Get out of here. Can't buy just one anyways, right? Can't buy just one, right? Buck 35, 135 here, 136 here, 136 here, 136 here, 136, 36 here, 137, 137, 136 and a half, gonna be 137 over here, 137 and a half, 137, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, sold it to you, 1 half, put it on 7 straight. Oh, that is a 3, 7, 3. Okay, well now we're getting serious. Who's getting fancy back there? I like it. Here we go. 65 cents here. 50, 50, 35, 5, 5. 35, 35. Pair. We'll sell you a choice. Is it easier to group skinny ones or fat ones? Here we go. Gonna be 20 cents here. Selling choice 20 here. Gonna be 22 and a half. Gonna be 22 and a half. 20. Gonna be 22 and a half. 22 away. We're selling choice, so you can do 30 for both. Now 32 and a half. 32 and a half. Sold them to you 30. Put it on 2 or 3 buy. 2, 3 on 4. Sold a draft? Oh yeah. Slaughter cow draft. Here we go. 145 here. 140, 40, 40. 135, 135, 5, 5, 135, 132, 2, 2, 130 here, 125, 125, 5, 5, buck 20, buck 10, buck 10, buck 10, $1 here, $1. I got $1. Now two and a half, $1 here, two and a half, one, two and a half, 102 and a half, 105, 5, 5, gonna be 107 and a half. Now 10, 10, 10, gonna be 112 and a half, 15 here, gonna be 117 and a half, 120. 122 and a half, gonna be 125, gonna be 127 and a half, 130 here, gonna be 132 and a half, 135, 5, 5, 137 and a half, 135, 136 here, 135, 136, gonna be 137, 7, gonna be 138, and 139, 140 here, 139, gonna be 140, all in, sold it to you, 139, 36, no, what is it, 260, 260. Young cow here, gonna be 145, 5, 5, 140 here, 135, 135, 132, gonna be 132, 22, gonna be 125, 125, 5, 5, gonna be 125, 125, gonna be 120, junior, 120 on her, gonna be 120, 20, 20, gonna be 120 here, and 122 and a half, 120, gonna be 122 and a half, gonna be 122 and a half, 120 here, gonna be 122 and a half, 120 here, gonna be 122 and a half. 125, then I'm gonna be 125, 5, 5, gonna be 127 and a half, 125, gonna be 127 and a half, 127 and a half, 130, 131, 131, 132, 22, gonna be 133, 134, 135, 5, 5, 134, gonna be 135, you bought her 134, 134, 2 or 3 on 3, 2 or 3 on 3. Be 150 here. Very, 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 very good cow. Good cow here. 150, 50, 50, 50. 148, 145, 5, 5, 145, 145, 145, 142, 2, 2, 143, 142, gonna be 143, 3, 3, 142, gonna be 3, 4, 145, 146 here, 145, 146 here, all in, all done, 145, 232, 232. About 45 here. 145, 145, 5, 5, 42, 2, 2, 142, 140, 140, 138, 135, 5, 5, 135, 135, 5, 5, 130, 130, 130, 120, 20 right there, 122 and a half, 122 and a half, 121, 1, sold her, 121, 122, 122. I was missing. I didn't look over here. 121, gonna be 122. I didn't even look at them. I'd do it for you if I didn't look. 120, gonna be 122 here. Gonna be 122, 122, gonna be 123, gonna be 124. Now 125, gonna be 126 here. Gonna be 127, gonna be 128, gonna be 129, 130, 131, gonna be 130, and 131. 131, sold her 130, 203 buy. 3. Buck 30 here. Gonna be 130. 130 here. 125. 5, 5, gonna be 125. Gonna be 125. 125, gonna be buck 20 here, big old jersey here, gonna be 120, 20, gonna be 10, 10, 10, gonna be 110, 110 right there, gonna be 112 and a half, and then gonna be 112 and a half, gonna be 15 here, gonna be 115, 117 and a half, 120 here, gonna be 121, gonna be 121, 122, 22, gonna be 123 here, gonna be 123, gonna be 124, at 125, gonna be 125, 126 here, gonna be 127, gonna be 128, 88, 129, 130, gonna be 131, gonna be 132, 22, gonna be 133, gonna be 134. Now 135, gonna be 136 here, gonna be 135, gonna be 136 here, 135, gonna be 136. Sold her to you 135, 203 on 5, 3 on 5. I tried, yeah. Good one here. Buck 30, 130, gonna be 130, gonna be 131, gonna be 131, 130, gonna be 131, gonna be 131, 131, gonna be 32, 22, gonna be 131, gonna be 132, gonna be 133, 33, gonna be 133, gonna be 133. One more time around. Let's let them look at it. 133, 132, gonna be 132, 22. 133, all in, all done. 132, your way. 7 on 3, 7 on 3. Cent here, city fives, city five, city five, city five, city five, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 35, 37 and a half, 35, 37 and a half, 30, 35, 37 and a half, gonna be 40 here, 42 and a half, gonna be 42 and a half, 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 now 42 and a half, 47 and a half, gonna be 47 and a half, 45, gonna be 47 and a half, 45, 40 and a half, 45, gonna be 46 here, gonna be 47, 48, over here, 48, 88, now 49. 50, 50, 50, and it'll be 50, 50, 50, 51, it'll be 52, 22, gonna be 53, now 54, and it'll be 55, 56, here, gonna be 57, gonna be 58, 88, it'll be 58, 59, here, gonna be 60, now 61, it'll be 62, 22, gonna be 63, 64, 64, 65, 65, 66, here, gonna be 67, 70, now 78, and 79, now 70, here, it'll be 71, 72, 22, gonna be 73, gonna be 74, 75, 55, 76, here, gonna be 77, 78, over here, 78, and 79, now 80, here, gonna be 81, 80, all in, I sold it to 80, right there, 203 on 4, 203 on 4. $53. 20 cents here. 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 10. 10 down 12 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, gonna be 20. Now 20 here, gonna be 22 and a half, gonna be 25, 5, 5, gonna be 25, gonna be 25, 27 and a half here, gonna be 30. Now 30, gonna be 32 and a half, sold it to you 30 on 4, you say? 2 or 3 on 4. I keep thinking you're trying to get a bid over here with that model flicking around. Yeah, I know. Could be 125. 120 here. 120 here. Maybe 122 and a half. 120. Maybe 122 and a half. 125. 125. Sold it to you. 122 and a half. 203 buy. It's gonna be a 4x or a 3x. 4x. 3x. Put it on 203 and 3x. Thank you. 10, 10, 10. Gonna be 10, 10, 10, 10. 5, 5, 5, 5. Here, 7.5, John. 5, 7.5, 5, 6. Now 7. Now 8 here. Gonna be 9, 9, 9. 9, 10, 10, 10, 10, 11, 10, now 11, 10, now 11. You bought her 10 cents, 2 or 3 on 4. 10 cents, 2 or 3, 4. Here we go. It'll be 120. 122 to hand. 20, 122 and a half. Now 121, 121, 122, 22, 121, 122, 22, 122, 121 on 2, all in. Solder 121, 203 by 4X. Look at the toes on that one. Give me 135, 120, 20, 20, give me 120 here. 20, give me 110, 110, 10, 10, $1 here, give me 185 cents. 85, 85, 85, 85, 85. 55, 55, 50. Now 50, 50, 50, 52, 50 here, 52 and a half, gonna be 55, 55, 55, 55, 57 and a half. Now 60 here, 60 here, 62 and a half, gonna be 65, 65, 62 and a half, 65, 67 and a half. Now 70, now 72 and a half, 75, 5, gonna be 77 and a half, gonna be 80 here, 82 and a half, gonna be 85, 87 and a half, gonna be 90, 92 and a half, 95, gonna be 95, 97 and a half, 97 and a half. Sold her to you 95, put it on 4X. Buck 45. 145, 142, 135, 135. 135, buck 30 here, 125, 125, 120 here, 122 to half, 122 to half, half. 125, 127 and a half, 127 and a half, gonna be 130, 132 and a half, gonna be 135, 132 and a half, 133, 133, sold her 132 and a half, put it on 4X, put it on 4X. Buck 25. 125, 120, 122 and a half, 122 and a half, 125, 127 and a half, 127 and a half, gonna be 130 here, 132 and a half, 135, 33, 132 and a half, gonna be 33, sold her to you 132 and a half, 203 by, 203 on 5, 203 on 5. Here we go. 150, 150, 148, 148, good cow. 148, 47, 7, 145, 500, 146 here. 146 here, 146 here, 145, 146, 147, now 147, 7, 7, 147, 148, 18, 149, 49, 48, 49, 48, 49, 50, 150, sold it to you, 149, 7 straight, 149, 7 straight. Here we go. 140. 40, 140, 135, 135, 135, 130, 30, 30, 132 and a half, 132 and a half, 132 and a half, 132 and a half, and 132 and a half, 135, 137. 137 and a half, 135, 137, gonna be 140, 140, 140, 140, 40, 40, big old count, gonna be 140, 140, 140, 140, 140, all in, all done. Sold her 137 and a half, you're away, put it on 4X, or 3X, put it on 2 or 3 on 3X. One 140 here, 140, 141, and 140, 141, 142, 142, 143, 43, 144 here, gonna be 145, 5, gonna be 146 here, 145, gonna be 146. 146 here, gonna be 147, 7, 148, 8, gonna be 148, 149, 149, gonna be 149, 9, sold her 148, 73, 148, 73. Buck 45 here. 145, 145, 142, 22, 142, 140, 140, 141, 141, 222, gonna be 143, 143, and 144, gonna be 145, 5, gonna be 145, 5, 146 here, and 146 here, gonna be 146 here, 145, gonna be 146. And all done. Sold at 145, 203 on 2. Buck 20 here. Gonna be 120, 120, 110, 10, 10. Gonna be 110, 10, 10. Gonna be $1. Now $1 here. Gonna be 102 and a half. Gonna be 102 and a half, half, half. Gonna be 102 and a half. Gonna be 105, 5, 5. Now 107 and a half. 110. Gonna be 12 and a half. Gonna be 15 here. Gonna be 117 and a half. Gonna be 120, 121, 121, 2, 2, 2. Gonna be 123. Now 124, 5. Now 5, 5, 5. 126 here. Gonna be 127. Gonna be 127, 128, 129, 99. Gonna be 129, 99. 128 gonna be 129.99. All in, all done. 128, 7 on 3. What's that? Hey, $1 here. Gotta be one. Gotta be 85 cents on. Gonna be 85, 85, 85, 85, 55. Gonna be 85, 50. Now 50, 35, 35, 5, 5. Gonna be 20, not 22 and a half. 22 and a half. Gonna be 25, 5, 5. 27 and a half here. Gonna be 30. Gonna be 32 and a half. Gonna be 35, 5, 5. Now 37 and a half. Gonna be 40 here. 37 and a half. Gonna be 40, 40, 40. Now 42 and a half. Gonna be 45. Now 47 and a half. 45, 47 and a half. Gonna be 50, 50, 50. Now 52 and a half. 50 and 52 and a half. All in, all done. 50 cents. 203 buy. 6, 203 on 6. Here 131 131 131 sold her to 137 straight 73 Buck 45 145 here 145 145 140 141 142 143 here 143 gonna be 144 now 145 gonna be 146 here gonna be 145 46 47 now 40 147 and a half gonna be 148 147 and a half gonna be 148 sold her 147 and a half put it on 7 straight Buck 40 here 140 here 40, 40, 40, 40, 130, then make it 135, 35, 5, 5, then 120, 120, 120, $1 here, 85, then make it 85, 85, 85, 85, 5, 5, 87, 87 and a half. Going to be 87 and a half, 75, 77 and a half, 70. Now 72 and a half, 72 and a half, going to be 75, 75, 77 and a half, 77 going to be 82, going to be 82 and a half. Now 85, then a little bit 85, 87 and a half, 87 and a half, 87 and a half, 85 going to be 86, going to be 87, going to be 88 and 89. 90, 91, 92, 93, going to be 94, 95, 60, 97, 98, 99, $1, 101, 102, 103, 104. 106 here, going to be 107, 106 here, going to be 107, 106 here, sold her 106. Sold her 106. 7 on or 203 by 4x. All messed up now. No. Here we go. Gonna be 135. Here 135. Gonna be 136. Here 137. Gonna be 137. Gonna be 138. Gonna be 138. 139. 139 here. Gonna be 140. 141. Gonna be 141. 142. Gonna be 140. At 144. Gonna be 145. 146 here. Gonna be 146. 148, 88, gonna be 149, 150, 150, 149, gonna be 150, 50, 50, sold her 149, 7 straight, 149, 7 straight. 35, 35, 20, 20, 10, 10, 10, 12 and a half, you're going to be 12 and a half here, 10, 12 and a half, going to be 15 here, you're going to be 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 17 and a half, now 20, 28 here, you're going to be 20, 20, 20, here, you're going to be 20, 20, 21, you're going to be 22, 22, you're going to be 21, 22, now 23, you're going to be 24, you're going to be 24, 4, 4, you're going to be 25, 5, 5, you're going to be 26 here, you're going to be 25, 26, now 27, you're going to be 28 here, you're going to be 28, you're going to be 28, 29, you're going to be 30, now 30, 29, 30, 32, 2, 2, you're gonna be 33, you're gonna be 34, you're gonna be 34, 35, 36 here, you're gonna be 36 here, you're gonna be 37. Now 38, you're gonna be 38, 39, you're gonna be 40, you're gonna be 41, now 42, 2, 2, you're gonna be 42, 43. Now 44, you're gonna be 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, now 48, 49, sold it to you. 48 on fours, 2 or 3 fours. Heifer. Here you go, Blake. You looking for beef today? Here it is. Gonna be 150 here. How about 160 here? Gonna be 160. Gonna be 160. Now 161. 160. Gonna be 161. 161. 161. Here. Gonna be 161. 160 here, 131, 132, 22, going to be 132, 133 here, going to be 134, 135, 136 here, 135 going to be 136, 135 going to be 136 here, 135 going to be 136 here, 167 going to be 138, 88 going to be 138, 139 here, going to be 170, now 171 going to be 172, going to be 172, 22, going to be 132, 71, 72, 71, 72, all in, all done, sold her at 171 right there, put it on 203 on, 25, 203 on 25. Oh, 135, 137 and a half, 139 gonna be 137 and a half, gonna be 137 and a half, 135 gonna be 136, 136 here, 137, gonna be 136 here, sold her to you 136, 203 buy, 203 on 3x. Oh, 75 here, 75 cents on her, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 45, 5, 5, 5, gonna be 45, 37 and a half, now 40, now 42 and a half, gonna be 45, 47 and a half, 50, now 52 and a half, now 55. 7 and a half, city here, city 2 and a half, city 5, city 7 and a half, city 5, city 7 and a half, sold her to you 65, 2 or 3 on 4, 2 or 3 on 4. Buck 25 here, 125, how about a dollar here, 1, 65 cents. Now 67 and a half, 65 and a half, 65, 67 and a half, 65, now 67 and a half, 65, gonna be 67 and a half. 80 now, 82 and a half, gonna be 85. A dollar now, 102 and a half, gonna be 105. 102 and a half, 105, 107 and a half here, gonna be 107 and a half, 110. 12 and a half, 12 and a half, gonna be 15 here, 117 and a half, gonna be 120. Here to be 120, 117 and a half, gonna be 120. All in, all done. Sold her 117 and a half on 260. Yeah, I suppose. Probably illegal to tell you no. Go ahead. Go ahead. He's gonna take a bathroom break. Here we go. Gonna be $1 here. Gonna be one. Gonna be one. Gonna be 85 cents here. Gonna be 85, 65, 65, 50, 50, 50. Gonna be 50, 50, 50, 50, 35, 5, 37 and a half. 35. Gonna be 37 and a half. Gonna be 40 here. Gonna be 42 and a half. Gonna be 45. Now 47 and a half. Now 50 here. 52 and a half. Gonna be 55, 57 and a half. City here. 52 and a half. 77 and a half, now 70, 72 and a half, 75, 77 and a half, gonna be 80, 82 and a half, 82 and a half, 18, gonna be 81, 82, 83, gonna be 84, 85, 86 here, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 92, 2, 2, 2. Holder 91, put it on 203 on 4. Yep. Buck 30 here. 130 here. 30, 30, 30. 130, 130, 130, 130, 125. 125, 5, 126 here, 125, 126 here, 125, going to be 126 here, 125, 26. And 127, going to be 126. You bought her 126, put it on 203 buy. Special number on 3X, 203 on 3X. 30 to go, 30 to go, 30 to go. Wow. Feels like a normal job getting off work at 5 here. Okay. Here we go. Gonna be 150 here. 45, 5, 42, 43. Gonna be 142. 143. And 144 here. Gonna be 145, 5, Gonna be 146 here. 145, 46 here. Gonna be 147. And 147. 48 here, gonna be 148, 47 and a half, gonna be 148, 148 and a half, gonna be 149, gonna be 149, 40 and a half, 149, gonna be 149, 9, sold her 148 and a half, 7 straight. Yeah. It's like a haunted house. Sounds like a haunted house. 50 cents here. 50, 35, 5, 5. Gonna be 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 20. Now 22 and a half. Now 22, gonna be 22 and a half. Sold at 20. Your way, 203 buy. 4, 203 at 4. 20 cents. 203 4. Yep. $1 here. One. I got $1. $1 here. Gonna be 2 and a half. Gonna be 2 and a half. 105. Gonna be 107 and a half here. Gonna be 7 and a half. Gonna be 110. Gonna be 112 and a half here. 112 and a half. Now 115. Gonna be 17 and a half. Gonna be 120. 122 and a half. Gonna be 125. 27 and a half. Gonna be 130 here. Gonna be 130. 130. 130. 130. 130. Sold her to you. 127 and a half. Put it on 203. Buy 3. Athletic. I think she wants to be a part of the Cattlemen's Club. In the week pen. Yeah, right. This one looks like a mess here. Oh, what do you want to do here? 65 cents here. 35, 35, 35, 35, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 35. 35, 5, 5, 20, 20, 20, going to be 22 and a half. Going to be 22 and a half, 22 and a half, going to be 25, 27 and a half. Now, 25, going to be 27 and a half, going to be 30. Now 32 and a half, going to be 32 and a half, going to be 32 and a half, going to be 35, going to be 37 and a half, 37 and a half, 35, going to be 37 and 36, 37 here, going to be 38. Now 39, going to be 40 here, and then 40, 41, 42, 42, going to be 43, 44, 45, 46 here, going to be 47, 46, 47. You bought her 46, 203 on 4. Buck 35, going to be 136 here, 135, going to be 136 here, 135, going to be 136. 135, going to be 136 here, 135, 7, 7, going to be 137, 136 and a half, going to be 137, then 137 and a half, going to be 138, 138 and a half, 138 139, 139 and a hand, gonna be 140, 40, 140 and a hand, gonna be 140 and a hand, sold her to you, 140, 203 on, 203 on 2. Six. 35, 35, 35, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50 cents on it, 50, 50, 50, 50, 35, 37 a hand, 37, 37 a hand, gonna be 40, 42 and a hand, 45, 5, 47 a hand, gonna be 50, now 52 and a hand, gonna be 50. 57 and a hand, gonna be 60 here, gonna be 32 and a hand, gonna be 35, 37 and a half, now 70, now 72 and a hand, gonna be 75, 77 and a hand, gonna be 80, who to be 80, 80, who to be 80, now 82 and a hand, gonna be 85, 85, 85, 85, 82 and a hand, gonna be 83, 33, 84, 85, 86 here, gonna be 87, who to be 87, gonna be 88, 89 here, gonna be 9, gonna be 90 here, gonna be 91, 92, 92, gonna be 93, gonna be 95, 96 here, 95, 96 here, 95, gonna be 96 here, sold her 95, 203 on, 3x. Hey, gonna be 125, 127 and a half, 21, gonna be 127 and a half, 27 and a half, 125, gonna be 127 and a half, 27 and a half, 127, gonna be 125, gonna be 127 and a half, 26, 27, gonna be 128, 88, 29, gonna be 130, and 131, gonna be 132, 131, 2, and 133, gonna be 133, and 134, 4, gonna be 135, 5, 5, 135, sold her to you, 134, 203 on 3, 203 on 3. Buck 25 here. 125, 127 and a half, 125, gonna be 127 and a half, 27 and a half, 125, gonna be 127 and a half, gonna be 130, 132 and a half, 135, 135, gonna be 137 and a half, 137 and a half, gonna be 140 here, gonna be 142 and a half, 142, gonna be 142 and a half, 141, 142, and 142, 142, 141, gonna be 142, 2, 2, sold her 141, 203 by 3, 203 on 3. 140, 140 here, 131, 135, 5, 138, 138, 135, 5, 5, gonna be 136 here, 135, gonna be 136 here, 135, gonna be 136 here, 135, gonna be 136, 37, gonna be 138 here, gonna be 138, gonna be 139, 38, gonna be 139, all in, all done, 138, 203 by 2, or 3, 2, 3, 203 on 3. Liv, you did your good deed for the day. How many we got left? Started with 181. Oh my god. $1 here. Maybe 85 cents on it. 85, 85, 85, 85, 65, 85, 5, 5, 5, 85, 85, 87 and a half, 87 and a half, 87 and a half, 87 and a half. Gonna be 70 here, 72 and a half, gonna be 72 and a half. Now 75, gonna be 77 and a half, 77 and a half, gonna be 80 here, gonna be 82 and a half, gonna be 82 and a half, 81, 82, 222, 81, a little bit. Sold her to you, 81, 203 on 4X, 203 on 6. Lean cow here. Gonna be 135, 135, 5, 5. Bucky, 130 here, gonna be 130, 30, 30, gonna be 125, 125, 5, 5, 5, 5, 20, 120, gonna be 120, 20, 20, 10, 10, 10, gonna be $1. $1, oh, she got a bent knee. 85 cents here, gonna be 85, 85, 85, 85, now 67 and a half, 65, gonna be 67 and a half, 67 and a half. Now 72 and a half, gonna be 72 and a half, 75, 5, 5, 5, gonna be 77 and a half, 80, now 82 and a half, gonna be 85, 87 and a half, now 90, now 92 and a half, 91, 92, gonna be 93, 94, 95, 60, gonna be 97, 98, 99, gonna be $1, 101, and 102, 101, gonna be 102, 101, all in, all done, Sold her 101, 203, buy, 4X. There's a beauty. Buck 55, that'll gonna be 156 here, 155, that'll gonna be 156 here, 155, gonna be 156 here, 155, that'll gonna be 156 here, 155, gonna be 156 here, 155, gonna be 155, gonna be 156, all in, all done. Sold her 155, 7 straight. What do you think, Bud? Is that, in today's day, is that the ideal milk cow right there? No? Need her a little bonier or what? Yeah. What's that? Yeah, there is. I'm well aware. Here we go. 150 here, 151, 151, 150 here, gonna be 151, 150, 151, all in, all done. Sold her 157 straight. 17, we're getting real close. Oh shit, where at? Ooh, lucky. Here we go, heifer, 160 here, 155, 155, 150, 50, 50 here, and 151, 150 here, gonna be 151, 150 here, gonna be 151. Catch your weight, please. 1505. 151, gonna be 151, 50 here, gonna be 151, 150 here, gonna be 151. All in, all done. Sold at 150 your way, put it on 260. $0.35 here, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, gonna be 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Now 12 and a half. 10 here, gonna be 12 and a half, gonna be 12 and a half, 10 here, gonna be 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10 here, gonna be 12 and a half, and 12 and a half here, gonna be 12 and a half. Yeah, that one. Sold it to you at 10 right there, 31. I'm gonna have about 6 of those tacos when I get out of here. I'm stuffing my face. As long as there ain't a bunch of flies on them. I have. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, it's cheaper than beef. You don't think so? Well, just in general. It's not gonna cost you 2,800 bucks. Yeah. I just like to eat for a week. Yeah. Oh, we don't get it from the we don't get meat from the grocery store. 35. 35 cents here. Give me 35. 5. Give me 20. 20. 20. Give me 20. 10. 10. 10. 5 cents here. 5 now. 6 here. 5. Give me 6 here. 5 now. 6. All in, all done. 5 cents your way on the floor. 2 or 3 fours. Here we go. Nice little header. Gonna be 150. 151. Gonna be 151. 151. Blake, you want one here? Gonna be 151 and 152. 2. Gonna be 153. 154. Gonna be 155. 5. Gonna be 156 here. 157. 158 over 159. 160 here. Gonna be 160. 159. Gonna be 160. Where? 160. 161. And 162. 2. Gonna be 163. 134. Gonna be 135. 5. 136 here. Gonna be 137. 138 here. Gonna be 138. 8. 137. Gonna be 138. 137. 138. All in, all done. Sold her 167. Put it on 260. Thank you. do here. Pretty good one here. Going to be 140. Going to be 140. Going to be 140. 140. 138. Going to be 139. 99. 138. Going to be 139. 130. Going to be 139. 99. 138. 139.99. Then going to be 139. Just making sure you weren't just holding your paper in a strange way. 130. Then going to be 139.99. Going to be 130, then going to be 139, going to be 140 here, then 141, then 142, 22, going to be 142, and 142, 141 and a half, 142, now 42 and a half, then going to be 143, 143 and a half, going to be 143 and a half, going to be 144, now 144 and a half, going to be 145, 5, 5, 5, 5, sold her 144 and a half, put it on 7.3. Oh boy, look at her. Buck 35, then going to be 137 and a half, 135, then going to be 137 and a half, 135, then going to be 137 and a half, half. 137 and a half, 135, then going to be 137 and a half, 140 here, 142 and a half, going to be 142 and a half, 141, 142, 2, 143, going to be 144, going to be 145, going to be 146 here, going to be 147, going to be 147, 147, 46, 147, sold her 146, 7 straight. 35 cents on it. Give me 35, 5, 5, give me 35, 35, 35, give me 35, 5, 5. 35, 10, 12 and a half. 10 here, going to be 12 and a half. 12. You bought her 10, 2 or 3 straight. 625, 620. So you gonna make 7, bud? Denise is saying 8. Between 7 and 8, Alan. 7:45, Junior. Oh, you're the closest. What'd you say? Can we get an ice cream cone for Denise, please? 35, or 50 cents here, 50, 50, 50, 35, 5, 5, 35, 20. Now 20, 20, 20, 22 and a half, going to be 22 and a half, 20, going to be 22 and a half, going to be 25, 5, 5, going to be 25. Now 27 and a half, going to be 30 here, going to be 32 and a half, going to be 32 and a half, 30 here, 32 and a half, you bought her 30 on the 4s, 2 or 3 4s. 35 here, going to be 136 here, and 135, going to be 136 here, 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 135, going to be 136, all in, all done, 135, 7-3. 35 cents here, going to be 35, 35, 35, 25, 27 and a half, 25, 29, going to be 30 here, going to be 30, 30, 30, 30, and 32 and a half, going to be 35, 5, 5, going to be 30, going to be 35, 37 and a half, and going to be 40, now 40, now 40 here, going to be 42 and a half, going to be 40, going to be 45, 47 and a half, 47 and a half, 45, 47 and a half, sold her 45, put it on 2 or 3 on 4. Here. Say 85 cents here. 85, 50. Now 50, now 52 and a half, 52 and a half, 50, 52 and a half, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 57 and a half, now 57 and a half, now 60 here, 82 and a half, 85, 87 and a half, 87 and a half, gonna be 72 and a half, gonna be 75, 77 and a half, now 77, 80, now 82 and a half, 81, 82, gonna be 3, 84, 85, 86 here, 86 here, 85, gonna be 86, solder 85, 203 by 4X. 50 cents here. 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 35, 5. 35, 35, 35, 35, 20, 20, 20, 22 and a half. Now 22 and a half, going to be 22 and a half, 28, going to be 25, 5, 5, going to be 25, 25, going to be 25, 27 and a half. Now 27 and a half. Sold her to you 25, 2 or 3 on 4X. Just 4, please. Just 4 on that one, please. Oh, 65 cents here. 35, 35, 35, 35, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 52 and a half. 52 and a half, going to be 52 and a half, 52 and a half, going to be 55, 57 and a half, 57 and a half, 57 and a half, going to be 60 here, 62 and a half. Now 65, 67 and a half, going to be 70 here, 72 and a half, 72 and a half. 71, going to be 72, 73, going to be 74, 75, 76 here, 77, 78, 79, going to be 80, now 81, going to be 82, 83, going to be 84, 85, 86 here, 87, 87, 88, 89, now 90 here, going to be 91, 92, 93, 94 here, going to be 95, 5, 96 here, going to be 97, 98 here, going to be 99, 99, 99, $1. 99 going to be 111 solder. 99 203 on 4X. That's a big foot here. That's a rough one. 75 here. Gonna be 75 5 5. It's only in the foot. 75 here. 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 30 cents here, 32 to hand, 32 to hand, 30 again, 32 to hand, going to be 35, 37 hand, 37 hand, 37 hand, 37 hand, going to be 40 here, and 42 and a half. Now 42, going to be 42 and a half, 41, 42. You said 41 right there, going to be 42. All in, all done. You bought her 41, put it on 2 or 3 on 4. Last one. I'll believe it. Must be 2 downers. Oh, one's already dead. Here we go. One more time, one more look. One penny. Another one, give me one, 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 one. Here, another one, give me one, 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 one. John, you want this one for a penny? 1 penny? Penny cow? Nobody's taking it. 1, 1, 1. I need a penny. Anybody can be a penny. All in, all done. Sold it right here. 1 penny, 203 straight. Thank you. That'll do her, guys. Thank you. Thanks for coming in. See you on Monday. Back at it on Monday. Oh, yeah. Probably be late on Monday if we have a lot of chickens, probably. Get 2 big scales. You skip one money, get 2 big scales. All right. Well, I haven't exactly taken any days off, bud. Just 1 day off the sale barn. Doesn't mean I was watching TV, I can tell you that. I know, yeah. All right, we'll see you guys next week. Thank you.